It's live, pal. 33 burning MCU questions. Well, that's not how we were going to start the stream. If you enjoy...
It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock. Killmonger's ready, so the show's about to start. The beat's steady, so the flow got a beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Killmonger, he be from the north. 33 questions, you got no other choice but to check him out and feel his vibe. He got one of the hottest shows alive. So have a seat and tune in. Chill is ready, so let's begin. 33 fire questions. Killmonger made these questions. Please check out these questions. Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. Don't miss it. Peace.
Yup. Danny, we have to start it the right way. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, man. Thanks for the invite.
Hold on. I got the auto loop on. Sorry. Doing fine, you say? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Darkness Under the Wind. Darkness, how you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me onto the stream, man. I know, I know. I'm trying to kind of like really get onto streams a lot more. So I mean, hey.
We got you on camera, everyone. Just you wait. We'll show you.
Yeah,
on screen.
I know. Well, I mean, you kind of gotta. Well, I mean, here I'll give you a preview right now. So
you were wearing the same shirt last time too, because I've been editing.
Yeah, I know. I was.
Then we got Paul joining us from Dananda.
Hello.
Paul is a trooper. He just got the invitation like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I've been sitting here, so
Avatar is fire.
Now I was like, I'll talk about Black Panther if you want me to, so I'll do that. Yeah.
Here is the news of the century, everybody. Ben Watkins, he's the writer, showrunner of Prime, and the first question of 33 burning Black Panther questions is: does this mean Aldis Hodge is coming? You're like, what? This? What does he mean? This? Let's listen.
I'm the leader of the Aldis Hodge as Black Panther fan club. Okay, he's Cross. He was Hawkman.
Mm-hmm.
He was in The Invisible Man. Remember that?
Yeah, I just thought you said you didn't want anybody to step in.
That's not true.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. On
No.
the podcast.
I was on the
Stand
recast T'Challa bandwagon early.
Uh-huh.
Got to keep our heroes going. There's been some talk. I don't know if you've seen the talk as Cross continues to crush it, that maybe he will be our next Black Panther, knowing that in the MCU we're getting another Black Panther that's going to be debuting. What do you think about that? What having worked with him, isn't it time for him to take on one of these big superhero roles? I mean, he's swole as hell.
I love his head nodding,
jumping over stuff and bench pressing. So, what do you think about Aldis Hodge as Black Panther?
Tell him.
I talked to Aldis a lot, so we have not spoken about this out loud, actually, almost like we don't want to jinx it, but I 100% agree. I 100% agree. To me, and you know this feeling, we all know it when it's happening, is when somebody who's sort of been bubbling for a long time, you've been appreciating them, you've been tracking them, you've been saying, oh, he's always good. Every time I see him, he's good. Or she always had that little spark. As soon as they blow up, you can see when they're on that brink. And then when it happens to the right people, it's so satisfying because you are happy for them, but you've also, it's sort of like you've been waiting for this moment. And for me, Aldis Hodge, him stepping into a role like, T'Challa would be, really that sort of symbolic shout out, broadcasting to the world that this is his time. And if you watch Cross, you're seeing somebody at the height of their power.
Yep.
Right.
You're seeing someone who is physically embodying things that most people can't.
He's halfway
there.
You're
seeing somebody that's exuding charisma, but he's also keyed in at such an intellectual level in an impressive way. And then he taps the emotion and he hits all of it and he plays all the notes perfectly. It's just like this great culmination of all his life experience, all his career experience, and his ambition, because you have to really be okay with making yourself vulnerable in order to get to the places he's getting to right now as a performer. And don't forget the sweat equity he had to, put into getting his body and his physique to the place that it is right now.
Are
To
you
me, it's
listening,
a no-brainer.
Hollywood?
That's heat and serve right now. Throw that dude into Black Panther, and you good for another 10 years.
Woo!
I'm all about seeing more.
We're all about seeing more of that man as the Black Panther. Me and him, we were talking about, hey, we don't want to jinx it. Does that sound like Aldis Hodge is one of the actors who was requested and then he declined to do that? No, Aldis Hodge for Black Panther, for T'Challa, not Toussaint growing up, and that's fire. I'm such a good mood right now. I was in a bad mood for a little bit when it came to the recast. It's an emotional roller coaster, as you can imagine, if you've been following this channel. But knowing that Aldis Hodge is up for grabs makes me feel good. Now, I hope he's playing T'Challa and he's not going to be playing the old up version of that bastard son they invented in the sequel. Why wasn't Danny laughing? Everyone else smiled. Everyone else liked that. I hope he's not playing the bastard son, but that's what I'm talking about. So, son, real T'Challa, variant T'Challa, regardless. The first question is to you, Danny. Does this mean that Aldis Hodge is coming? That there's an actor who's willing? I think the whole time Ben was talking, he was like, Hollywood, he wants to be cast. He's ready. He wouldn't say no. So you don't have to worry about someone rejecting you. No one likes rejection. You can ask Aldis. You think after hearing that, after Van Lathan's podcast on the Ringerverse goes viral again, does that mean Aldis Hodge is coming?
My disclaimer is I would like to see him play that. He's the only actor that in my mind I can see that can really pull it off. I agree with all those notes that guy that was saying he has the emotion, he has the physique, he has the focus, he has the look. But I want to call 3 different other characters to your attention. Blade, and we talk about what's the actor's name? Escapes my name. Played in Green Book. Mahershala Ali. He's to me, he was prime Blade, but what's going on now? 6 or 7 years, we didn't see anything. Another one. John The Rock, Black Adam. He's been pumping that movie up for 10, 12 years. It finally happened. It was a flop. James Bond, Idris Elba. We've been hearing that noise for so many years. I hope to see these guys make it. I thought, to me, Black Adam wasn't as bad as some people say, but I just hope that if they do give Aldis Hodge this opportunity, I think he will crush it. I hope he does do it. I think it's definitely time to recast T'Challa. I was one of the people that first, I didn't want him recasted as soon as I just didn't want him. But now enough time has passed, life is going on, and I think that if anyone can do it, it's Mr. Hodge. So I'm all for that. That's my answer.
Let's go, Darkness.
Okay, so I will say this about Aldis Hodge as T'Challa. Now,
Yes.
I'm all for it.
Yes.
I am absolutely for it. I think he could do a really good job in the role. I've always said that, when it came to like what happened when Chadwick Boseman first passed away during COVID in 2020, that was very sad. That was really messed up. That was really messed up what happened to him, and especially he was very immunocompromised, especially during that time because he was like battling cancer as well. On top of that, during COVID, and even before COVID started, he was dealing with it. But it was really sad what happened, and I was one of the people that always kept saying that, you know what, they really should recast, like they should have recasted Kang, Marvel Studios. But I'll always say that, when it comes to like a character, something happening in real life, you don't just replace them. You recast them. You keep the story going. Like if you have things planned for them, like for Black Panther and Kang, like I just mentioned, you recast the characters. You don't like just throw them away, and you don't try to like, oh, we're gonna pass the mantle now, like this, like right now. If you're gonna do the passing of the torch or passing of the mantle, you gotta build up to that like heavily for a really long time. And that's where I'm kind of at with this. So I'm glad they're doing this. I'm glad they're recasting. Well, if they are going to be recasting, who knows? But I strongly believe they will, especially with the MCU reboot that we're going to be getting post Avengers Secret Wars. So it just makes sense for them to recast and bring in someone like Aldis Hodge, who absolutely has the chops to play the role. And the person that we were just listening to pretty much said it plain and simple that Aldis Hodge could absolutely knock it out of the park as
Yep.
T'Challa, aka Black Panther. So if this does happen, I'm all for it. And hey, man, let's just see what happens. And hopefully, if like when this does happen, that he's able to do a good job, which he likely will. And hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm just all for it. I know I'm kind of rambling on right now. I'm just kind of mumbling, but
It's cool. We got joining us multi-topic talk, but it's not your turn yet, Paul. What do you think about the Aldis?
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? What do we think about this Aldis Hodge news? Is this like an inkling towards a legitimately getting Aldis Hodge as our Black Panther?
I think there's a few people that like want to play roles. I think like people would, I guess, behind the scenes there'd be executives talking to actors and actors talking to other people like their friends, etc., about this stuff. He's, after seeing Cross, I completely agree with the guy in the clip. Like when I was watching that, because I remember we're on a previous stream with you and we're talking about who should be cast as T'Challa, like if they were going to recast him. And I didn't really have like anybody in mind. I just wanted like an unknown person. Like I didn't want to have like preconceptions about someone acting going into it. Like making whoever it is, making Denzel Washington Magneto, for instance. I hate that idea. But
oh yeah,
but I love Denzel Washington. He's my favorite actor, but I don't want him as Magneto. But like when I watched Cross and I watched him and that, I watched his physicality, I watched his acting, I watched his emotional stuff. I was really watching a lot of that. And yeah, I think he is great for the role. I think he's a great recast opportunity for Marvel, and a great opportunity for Marvel to do a Black Panther movie that isn't multiverse based, that is back to what they used to do back when they were doing like Captain America Civil War, Captain America the Winter Soldier, or even like Thor or whatever. Yeah, like there's an opportunity to, I guess, ground Marvel again and not make it so out there that people can't connect with it anymore, because they're not getting audiences anymore. They're not getting the general audiences, and they're not getting the Marvel audience either. So they really need to work on their stories. They need to work on their characters and making people care about their characters again. I think that Aldis can do it. I think that he can make people care about Black Panther after that dismal sequel that I really hate. I despise that movie. Not as much as Thor: Love and Thunder, but I really hate that movie.
Oh no, Thor: Love and Thunder was worse than Wakanda Forever, buddy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. No, I know that's the worst movie Marvel's put out, in my opinion.
Phase 4.
But like, and I count that among like the early. It's worse than Elektra. I'd rather watch Elektra 10 times than Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for Marvel and the MCU to reset. It can introduce Storm in an interesting way as well. It can introduce the X-Men in a really interesting way. I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing with this other stuff that they're doing.
You're not interested in Thunderbolts, no?
Thunderbolts I'll watch Thunderbolts because it looks like the Suicide Squad. That's what it looks like to me. So I'll have a laugh and watch it. But Fantastic Four, that's not exciting to me. I just watched that trailer and I was just like, okay, cool.
Ooh.
It doesn't really help either that the guy playing Thing in it is actually also canon in the Punisher series as Micro. Just saying, the same actor. So
that is actually true.
Yeah, so that's a problem. Again, I don't understand why they don't cast these people, and I don't like the casting either of Fantastic Four.
That's crazy. You can have of the same actors play different characters, but only one guy could play T'Challa. You see how I did that?
Yeah.
They don't talk
stupid. Yeah, see how dumb, and that's true. It's so dumb. They take a guy that played Micro in the Punisher series, and then they make him Ben, and it's like
Bushmaster is about to be Blade.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Bushmaster.
So it's
what
like,
would
Mahershala
Ali play?
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth.
Oh yeah, Cottonmouth. Yeah, we can we can mix and match these Cottonmouth. I mean, like, look at that. It's a black character, black actor.
Gemma
we
Chan.
can switch them out to somebody else. But like, we
done it
can't do
before.
T'Challa because the actor became the person. It's like saying that no one can play Iron Man ever again. And Robert Downey Jr. is a great Iron Man. He was the best. He's the best Iron Man we've seen. But this is the same issue that Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger had, where everyone's like, Heath Ledger, like, really? Do you remember the outrage people had for Heath Ledger? Heath Ledger, like, he's playing the Joker, and look what he did. He literally made the role his own. But you know what? The Joker can be played by other actors because it's a character. Like, and this is the problem with T'Challa, is they've made the actor bigger than the actual character, and they sacrifice story. Wakanda Forever, that's a movie where she learns the same things as he did in the first movie. It's terrible. Like, it's just a retread of everything.
His exact words were this. Oh, well, someone just popped in. I have to get them in here. Jaded fanboys in the building.
Oh,
somebody just said, "Where is he?"
I said Fantastic Four, and it summoned him. That's what happened. I said Fantastic Four, and it summoned him. I made that mistake. My bad.
Let's see what's gonna happen with this reaction. Superman.
Look, this is what Kevin Feige said.
His portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther, is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character.
Just to bring it back, we are going really, really long with the first question. If that's the 16-minute thing for all 33 questions, we'll be here all night. Now, I don't have a time limit. I anticipate we'll be here 3 hours or something like that, but I don't want to be here for 7. So, question number 2, multi-topic talk. Hello, welcome to the stream. Your question is number 2. What did T'Challa say to Pepper Potts after Tony died?
I will be honest. I can't remember.
He was at the funeral. Everyone was there. They panned from franchise to franchise. He was probably like, "Oh, Pepper, the ancestors are going to be proud of Tony," or something like that, right? He had some smooth say.
No, he said, "Wakanda needs a female colonizer." That's what he said.
I can't remember, unfortunately. I like that movie, but I can't remember. It's unfortunate. That's also one of the last few things that director said before they unfairly erased him. That's tragic. So I guess I will let someone else talk on that one if someone else knows the answer, because I don't.
He didn't say anything to him. He's asked.
He offered a way of alleviating her pain. I'll tell you that right now.
That's where you took it? God.
Oh, yeah.
I like Danny's answer better.
It's time to hit on a woman is during a funeral. Come on.
Oh. Darkness.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't answer this question. I don't know this question.
Here's what happened, bro. He goes, I'm next. That's what he said. Question number 3. Who was the best actor in Black Panther? Danny, who you got?
Oh, I like it, Mom. By Angela
Bassett.
I like Angela Bassett. I also like the chemistry between him and Shuri. I really like the scene between him and Shuri when he first came into her lab.
Mm-hmm.
The banner between the two of those. I really liked the relationship that they had. So it was several different things, but Angela Bassett and Chad Boseman are my 2 favorite.
I'm gonna say the best actor was Killmonger with Michael B. Jordan. What about you, Jada Fanboy?
Lolita Wright.
What about you, Multi?
Shuri was that movie.
I'm torn apart between Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick. I don't know which one I liked more, but I think they were solid, and it's sad they don't even recast. But hey,
every answer tonight is going to be recast.
You have the word in there in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I'm torn apart. I don't know if the main bad guy was my favorite or if the main character was my favorite. Both actors were solid.
Well, we got Paul. Best actor in Black Panther.
The first Black Panther movie.
There was only one.
Yeah, the other one, it doesn't exist. He's right.
Oh yeah. It's
what y'all smoking? Maybe don't exist in your mind.
It's easily Michael B. Yeah, that's my answer. I mean, Chadwick, he's fine. He's not as good as in Civil War. Everyone knows this. But like, I feel like they didn't give him much to do. They gave most of the story to Killmonger. And yeah, it's kind of Michael B's story. That like it's literally his story to act out. Like, there's not really much going on except for him going to like the dream time and being like, oh, father, you are a xenophobe. I'm not going to be like you. That's literally what happens to him. Like, Killmonger's got like the more interesting kind of arc where he's dealing with the modern times and how Wakanda did nothing to help the rest of the continent. Like so he's got that whole thing going on. I just think he's more interesting as a whole.
You think it was xenophobic, or do you think it was just minding our own business, respecting our borders? You think they really had hate towards the foreigners, and it was like fear?
Well, no, what I mean, like they didn't help the rest of the African nations out, like in this magical universe where this rock exists and they mined it somehow from the earth with unbreakable metal with breakable tools. But let's put it aside. They did it in there somehow, and they made this society, and then they shield themselves from the rest of Africa, essentially.
The rest of the world, it doesn't matter if you're
to me
or you're the next like street over. You're an outsider if you're not Wakanda. You're equally foreign to us, whether your skin is this dark or whether your eyes are this wide. Like that kind of stuff is sort of our, the rest of the world, our mentality, and that's how we divide people off of. And they don't have that sort of status-based, I guess, perception of people. They're just like, if you're on that side of Wakanda, you are an outsider. It doesn't matter if you're an ocean over or you're like the next country over. You're equally different than us. If you're in Congo, you're equally different if you're in Canada. You guys are just foreigners. I don't want to apply our logic to them, even though it's a fake country. What are we doing? We're arguing about xenophobia.
I always use the line where Shuri goes, I thought maybe a Starbucks. Because they are so like there's no McDonald's or any type of franchises in Wakanda. So they're literally going out. We have no interest in the outside world. None. Zero. Like even just even a Starbucks would be a big deal. So for me, it's a little line. It's supposed to be a joke line. I get the joke. But I'm sorry, that was a very significant line where it's like we have no interest in the outside world at all. At all.
Yup. I got a donation that I got to talk about.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Dollar.
Thank you to Michael Nemo. Favorite actor in Black Panther was Sterling K. Brown. I always feel he was like in the beginning of the movie, and he was the sellout. That was your favorite actor?
He was a sellout.
He was a sellout. He was selling weapons over in Oakland.
Wow, I before you mentioned that, I didn't know who that character was, but now I remember.
Yeah, the guy from Paradise right now on Hulu.
Yeah,
that guy.
He played in that awful Predator movie, the last one.
Yeah, he was. Who's your favorite actor in the movie Darkness?
I'm pretty mixed between Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan.
See?
Michael B. Jordan was really good as Killmonger, but it's just like Chadwick was great as T'Challa, as he always was when we first got introduced to him in Civil War. Like every single time we saw him in the Infinity Saga of the MCU, I was always like, you know what? He's not bad. He's not bad at all. He's not bad. I like him. He's doing good. He's just being T'Challa, which I didn't have a problem with. I never really look at roles as oh, this was their best.
You're doing the rambling thing again. I'll stop you before you keep going.
I know.
I got your answer, bro. Chad's your favorite. So it was either going to be Killmonger or Panther, the guys with the most screen time. Forrest Whitaker, for real though, Angela or Chad. It was Okoye who said maybe Olympics, maybe even a Starbucks. She said that in Infinity War.
Ooh.
Donald Sumter was the best actor in Black Panther.
So no love for Andy. So no love for Andy Serkis, the guy that played Claw.
No love, not at all. Number 4, Jaded Fanboy. Who was the worst actor in Black Panther?
Who was the worst actor?
The
Wow.
worst actor.
There's
You
one
can't go
answer,
like, oh, it
Jade.
was the child
There is,
actor who played T'Challa. You got
there's literally one answer, Jade. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
I honestly, in the first one though,
you know who it was? Forrest Whitaker will be stripped away. That was the worst. He and his son did bad in the beginning.
Do you want help? Do you want help, Jaded? Do you want
yeah,
help?
I thought they were all good.
It's the same one that's just terrible in the sequel as well, and terrible in any other MCU movie that she is in. It's Letitia. Yeah, she's the worst actress in the entirety of those movies.
You know why
What are those? What are those? Please die.
That's not acting. She said it exactly how
When
the
she
meme
got
goes.
stabbed in Wakanda Forever, I was like, oh my God, she's going to die. And this movie is going to finish. And it's going to be great for the MCU. And she got revived. I was like, come on.
Worst actor, not character.
Yeah, she's the worst actor. She is.
Yeah.
She's the worst actor.
You know why I drew a blank? I forgot all about her character. I swear to God, I forgot her character was even in the movie. I forgot about her.
Bruh.
But she was, bro.
Oh,
wow. That's
worst character, worst actress.
Really? Okay. Do I hear 4? Darkness?
I can't answer this question.
That's fine. As long as we're not piling up on Letitia. Final one to answer. Daniel, worst actor in Black Panther.
It wasn't Letitia. I don't know who it was. It wasn't her.
Oh, look at him trying to be nice. He doesn't want to bury anybody. Who was the worst actor?
What's the guy that was Black Panther's buddy?
Wakabi.
I didn't care
Daniel
for him.
Kuluuya.
I didn't care for him.
Really?
What?
I wish we had more of
him. WHAT. That's what it spells. Didn't care for him.
All right. Next question.
I could have said the guy that played Black Panther.
Number 5. Well, if you said that, you wouldn't be here anymore. What kind of name is T'Challa? Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in the 60s, they're like, we're going to make a character. Let's put an apostrophe in there. Why don't we? T'Challa.
Well, because you can't spell.
Okay, now there you go. All right. Thanks for coming, Jada Fan. I got the wrong guy. Peace. You can actually spell it. I think it's spelled with an X. I think.
Oh, it is? I didn't know you can't spell it. Oh, exclamation mark. It's actually an exclamation mark.
Oh, you saw the Russell Peters.
That one comedian because if I remember, if he was telling the truth.
Yeah, Bile.
Yeah, Bile. That was it. Thank you. Yeah.
I guess like Americans don't have that because they're all so confused right now. You watched this. You watched it just for laughs, right? Didn't you? Multi-topic talk. You watched it, right?
Which one?
Russell Peters on that live. Like, no, never mind. Danny, what kind of name is T'Challa?
This is a Wakanda name. Nothing I ever heard before. I don't know where the roots come from. I'm assuming African. I don't know. Don't have a clue.
Paul, what kind of name is T'Challa?
What kind of name is T'Challa? It's the name that he was given. I don't know.
You know anyone else with an apostrophe in their name?
I mean, it's an interesting name. Like, you can't ask him anymore, but you could, Stan Lee, I'm sure he got a question like this in his time. He's the one that invented him. So, yeah. I know. It's a cool name. It's a unique name. When you say T'Challa, you think of him straight away. So, anybody that knows anything about the MCU, they're like, oh, T'Challa, that's Black Panther. Like, so.
It's way better than Daddy name because that name really sucks. Was it T'Chaka or
T'Chaka? Yeah, with the K.
Because the name Leroy was already taken. That's why.
Wow.
Got an that named Be Positive 99.
Was borderline racist there, buddy.
Was it borderline? What did you mean by that? Explain yourself. You got 10 seconds.
I'm good.
What?
Levi.
I said because Leroy was already taken.
That's what he said.
You're gonna call the prince. You're gonna call the king of Wakanda Leroy. Come on. You got to think of something nice.
He reeled it back a little bit. I think we're gonna he's skating on thin ice. So the live chat was, what does the name Chala mean? Ethiopian, from a variant of the Oromo personal name Chala, meaning bigger, superior in the Oromo language. It may also be a nickname or status name.
Oh,
What
that's
is
cool.
it? Yeah.
Maybe it's more of a status name, I think. Son of
Like,
T'Chaka.
I
Chala,
think
son of T'Chaka.
T'Chaka came afterwards. Like when the character was invented in the Fantastic Four comic, they just made him. They didn't do the whole backstory thing. I don't know if T'Chaka is mentioned in the first issue, but like I don't study it.
Wow, that's a good question.
His dad wasn't the first Black Panther, though, correct? It was somebody else, right?
Yeah,
that's the understanding from the story that the brief synopsis that they gave us at the beginning of the movie.
It wasn't Bashinga. It was somebody before that. I forget his name, but they changed it. It used to be a guy named Bashinga 10,000 years ago.
Okay.
Comic wise. Give me a second to attempt to join. You're coming? Solid. Next question, number 6. What's the most common animal in Wakanda? So you would think panther, wouldn't you? It would make the most sense. But let's be realistic. It's probably an insect like an ant, okay? I'm going to go with the ant. Well, you think they got pesticides to get rid of them or something? No, they're one with nature. Yeah, they're advanced, but an ant is the most common animal in Wakanda. Darkness under the wind. What's the most common animal?
Oh man,
I was gonna go with the rhino.
I'd say maybe like I'm just gonna go with a wild guess here. Maybe a tiger. Who knows?
They're extinct. Do you think they're just like abundant in Wakanda? Like they know that they're safe over there?
I don't know. Just random tiger. Just like oh look, a tiger there. Like
you chose an extinct species, an endangered species rather? No.
I don't know. I'm just that's the only one I got. I don't know.
I didn't see them in the movies. So they don't live in the mountains. They're not in the underwater. No. You should have said octopus or something. Multi-topic talk. What's the most common animal in Wakanda?
I don't know, like insects. I can bet there's a lot of insects there. Insects. Variety of insects. They are the most common ones.
I'll take it. You're using my logic. Paul, most common animal in Wakanda?
Yeah, it's gonna be insects, definitely. It's gonna be like smaller animals for sure. Because they use like rhinos and other things as like their labor force essentially. Like you see them riding rhinos at the end of that terrible CGI scene at the end of the movie where he's riding a rhino. Like they use them as like labor, like buffaloes and stuff, like from the First Nation people. So I don't know. I think insects are probably the most common. They're probably out there doing stuff in the farmlands and etc. So
yeah, yep, good answer. Danny, most common animal in Wakanda is
the Jabari crabs symbol seem to be the gorillas. I'm gonna say silverbacks. I don't know.
That's a good guess, actually. CJH just joined us. What's going on?
Yeah. Hi.
We're asking 33 burning questions. What's the most common animal in Wakanda?
Black Panther.
Probably is.
Someone had to say it.
No, but honestly, I've seen comic book strips where you would just see like 8 of them chilling around the heart-shaped herb. It could be. That's a good answer. The live chat, chill. I will be there by the time you guys get to question number 20. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, Fatal J. Armored rhinos are the most common animals. Another rhino. Most common Black Panthers, aka black leopards. Are leopards also panthers? I feel like I should know that. That feels like a trivia question.
Lions could be common as well, but I feel like there's more insect probably.
I guess gotta be. How many trips to USA did T'Chaka make? This is the father, okay? Think of it logically now. He died in America, okay? Or he died in a UN meeting in like Germany. I think it was Germany. So the first time he comes to America for sure is in Oakland at the beginning of the Black Panther movie, okay? He might have had a friend here or there that he had to visit. Maybe he wanted to go skiing or do something special in America. So I can give him like one recreational visit to America. I figure as the Black Panther, and with it, I mean, as the king, you're in the UN. He probably visited the UN for their annual summit, right? but not all 50 years of his life. He probably, because remember there was a news report, Wakanda, they don't seem to ask for aid and they keep to themselves. So he probably went that one time just to say, hey guys, I'm the new king. I'm taking over for my dad. But I, King T'Chaka, will also not be requiring aid. I just want to show face, say hi. No, he probably went to one UN meeting, maybe like a second UN meeting. So that's 4 visits right there. How many trips to the USA did King T'Chaka make? I'll give him 5. I can think of 5 times he went to the United States of America.
I can think of more than that.
We can justify how he would be there for more.
Several times because they had war dogs all over the globe. So I'm pretty sure he went periodically and checked on the status of his war dogs and what they were doing. So I'm pretty sure he had more than one war dog in the United States. He probably went all over the globe several times in secret. I'm gonna say multiple times as he needed.
So you think so when he visited his brother, when he showed up there in Oakland, he knocks on the door and he kills him. He was surprised to see him. He's like, "What?" And then the other guy was like, "Yeah, there's these 2 Grace Jones looking girls outside." Like it was the first time there was ever a visit.
And he said, "He's not going to ask again."
Yeah.
I think
that's not a regular occurrence that King T'Chaka shows up in
you
America.
say United States. I'm saying his brother was not the only war dog in the United States. I'm thinking that the king went and checked periodically on all the war dogs he had spread throughout the whole globe.
Okay, then let's think about this for a second. Ulysses Claw was selling those vibranium weapons, wasn't he? So every Ulysses Claw vibranium leak he inspected on. How many times did Ulysses Claw do a vibranium leak? We know he sold vibranium to Ultron. We know that was 1. So that's.
But then Kabi, I think is his name, whatever T'Challa's friend was, said that for years his parents, Claw killed his parents for years. The king said he was going to get him. So that lets me think that he's been trying to capture Claw all over the United States, all over the world, wherever Claw has traveled. So I think he was there several times trying to get Claw, but Claw always escaped him. So I think it's more than 4 or 5 times because it's a big jump between how long that Claw stole the vibranium and did all the crazy stuff he did. So I think it's several times.
That doesn't necessarily mean United States. They're not like the headquarters of crime. There are other places.
But maybe he didn't always go there himself. Maybe he had people going for him.
So he only went to his brother because it was the brother. That's why he had to show up himself.
Yeah, that would be a guess.
He got you.
No, I think just like how T'Challa and Okoye and them, when they found Claw, they went themselves. So every time there was a Claw sighting, T'Chaka went himself because all his other war dogs or his lieutenants or wherever rank you want to give them was no match for Claw. He went there personally, and each time I guess Claw got the better of him.
So what number are you settling on? You say it's more than 5. 15?
I'm saying several times. 10, 15. I mean, however many sightings of Claw you think we could reasonably expect. I think each time there was a Claw sighting, like we saw in the movie, that the Black Panther, whoever it was, and at that time it was T'Challa's dad, went there to try to take care of it himself.
Paul, how many times did T'Challa's dad show up in the United States?
The UN summit wasn't even in the US, so I think it's the one time to kill old mate. It's that one time that you see him at the start, and it's to not kill him. It's to take him back and arrest him, and then he attacks him, so he kills him.
You see, look. I asked an Australian that question. Look how irrelevant America is to the rest of the world. This guy's like, he had to have been there so many times, bruh. You guys are not special. We don't got to visit United States all this time to come see
because
the
he goes to the UN. Later on, he's in the UN. He's not even in the US. It's the one time to stop old mate from selling vibranium. That's the one time he's shown in the US.
And you don't think he ever attended his whole life at a New York City?
No, because they were segregated before Civil War.
That's true.
They weren't even in the world. They weren't even known to exist. Wakanda.
Well, they were known to exist. Everyone thought they were poor.
Oh, well, yeah, no, they were but the vibranium and all that was secret because you hear that in the Black Panther movie, it's all secret. They don't deal that stuff at all. They don't export, they don't import. They live self-sustained in their little bubble because they don't want anybody to know about them.
Let me ask you this question.
Then when it gets to the world stage, that's when they're signing that UN accord, right? They're signing there, and he gets killed, right, by Winter Soldier. Oh, well, actually not by Winter Soldier, but he's Winter Soldier's friend. But that's what happens. They're on that world stage at that point, and then it continues that in Wakanda Forever, where she's trying to make negotiations with the rest of the world. But before then, they weren't even known. He's not going to get a US aren't the center of world politics anyway, like the UN is. So then he's not going to go to the US. He only went there to stop Old Mate from selling weapons. Who gives a crap about the US, really? Just going to say it. Sorry, fellas, but you aren't the center of the universe. The World Series is not actually a World Series. It's an American series.
Get him.
That's for
Get
you,
him.
Mike.
How dare he say that? Get him. Go get him.
Anyone want to take that question just as seriously as we all did now? Or are we going to question 8?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I will let Jaded rant on that because I like his rant, but after that I will second Glinder.
Oh, it was an interesting point where it's like, oh, T'Chaka went after a claw, and I'm going, I would have to say only the one time, because if T'Chaka went after Claw the numerous times, I would have figured the movie would have had Claw, mention goes, your father couldn't stop me. Why do you think you could? Or I defeated your father. Something like that. It's a valid point. It's a good idea, but if that was the case, I think it would have been more appropriate for the movie to have, shown that Claw is like, oh yeah, I've dealt with your dad. You're nobody. You're like some guy in diapers as far as he's concerned. So I would have to say, yeah, just the one time.
And
I did say it in the movie. That's why old boy was so pissed at T'Challa, because for years Claw came there and apparently killed his parents.
Right.
And they were looking for Claw for all these years. So Claw ain't been in Wakanda all these years. He's been all over the world. I'm not saying he was directly in the United States. I'm just saying wherever there was a Claw sighting, be it Australia, Canada, Timbuktu, Africa, whatever, the king, the Black Panther went there. Because if they were so isolated like y'all saying they are, then what's the need for a Black Panther if nobody knows it exists? He's a protector. He's a protector for their enemies, foreign or domestic.
Right.
So it makes sense, based on those that we saw in the movie, that he went away from Wakanda several times, defending Wakanda principles, vibranium, whatever the case may be.
But I gotta push back again on that. I think they were very close stuff, and that was one of the ideas of both movies, how close stuff from the rest of the world they are. So maybe
he's not but he remember what he said. He didn't say there was going to be 5 trips. He said 15 trips. He's at several trips. They're still pretty closed off. He's still making select 365 days in the same country when you're rich enough to go other places. He visited other places, and the United States was one of them 15 times.
And it's not like he made his presence known. He was going in secret.
I think my number would be close to Glinder and Jaded, but I would say maybe 3 times. And the first time would be the weapon thing, and the second thing would be maybe when he was younger, just to visit, to explore the world, as a future king or something. And the third time I could see him maybe going in the USA is when Claw was showing up there and trying to stop him. But that's really if we push our luck, because again, I feel like they were very close stuff from the rest of the world. And when you're close stuff, I'm sorry, but I doubt you go out that often. I don't know. That's what I think. 3 times should be the right number.
Number 8, we're asking, why wasn't T'Chaka wearing the suit the day he died? And I think it just wasn't invented yet. The whole nano suit stuff. I don't think that shit was invented yet.
He had on a suit when he was a young T'Chaka.
Oh, sorry. My mind just broke. My mind just broke. Sorry. Ignore every word I just said. I'm stupid. Okay. T'Chaka. Why wasn't T'Chaka wearing the suit when he died with the explosion? With the explosion, he didn't die in Oakland.
I never understood that part, because I didn't know how did T'Challa even have those powers before he was actually crowned the king. I didn't understand that. To me, that was a plot
because they
a
needed to
plot hole.
delete him to remain YouTube friendly.
It's because the Black Panther mantle gets passed on, and King also gets passed on. T'Challa was the Black Panther, even though his dad was still king. Like, so he drank the soup that put the powers get stripped away. He drank it, and T'Chaka was powerless now at that point. So he didn't have no powers when Bucky exploded on him, because they have like honor. They don't want to have too many people with it. They wouldn't invent a synthetic herb or something like that. It would be against their culture. So that's why T'Chaka wasn't powered. Yeah, they wouldn't.
The reason T'Chaka wasn't wearing the suit was because if he did, he would have survived.
That's it. The Jaded, you've got it because of plot. It's because of plot. It was necessary. That's it. That's the reason why. It's stupid. It makes no sense other than it's a plot device to make T'Challa really angry and want vengeance. And for his line at the end, which is great. It's a great story arc for T'Challa during that movie, but it comes at the expense of bad writing and bad ideas. Once again, we see it early where it's just convenience. Yeah, you're completely right, Jaded. It's plot. That's all it is.
I think Shuri was showing how the nano suit works and everything, and vibranium getting weaved into people's clothes just wasn't invented just yet. So he just happened to die on the move, like the day before Shuri invented those things. The day before.
That day before, only had waited a day.
CJH, why wasn't T'Chaka wearing the suit?
Budget and plot.
Budget.
I like these two. They work very well together. They're like the duo.
He never saw it coming and did not expect it. T'Challa ran the ones with T'Chaka. Killmonger was right. T'Challa was the protector, not the king. Yeah, that's right. So that explains his powers. But I don't know. I think that he should have been like more secure. Like, I know they wanted to not reveal how much vibranium they had and everything. Maybe if he had vibranium on his clothing weaved in, it would trigger the metal detectors. Maybe they thought, my son is here. He'll protect me if something goes sour. All the superheroes are here. We'll be fine. And then Bucky did what he did, or Winter Soldier did what he did. It wasn't the plot.
Quote unquote Winter Soldier, because it was actually Zemo.
Zemo. So is that, what's your answer? Please don't tell me plot, Darkness. Why wasn't T'Chaka wearing the suit?
I think the reason why is because I think T'Chaka at this time was just kind of already pretty much retired from the role of Black Panther. If and when he was Black Panther, he was kind of retired. So that's why he was just I'm just going to give it to my son. And so he's here. I don't think anything is really going to happen because if this is a press conference, and I gotta look my best.
I like this one. Sam Jackson stole T'Chaka's super suit. Will says T'Challa should have murked Nemo and buried him at sea so Marlin could find his body. He wasn't Black Panther anymore, just the king, with a plan to pass it on to T'Challa. That's a good answer. He should have.
He left it with
that would have been a great answer if they'd shown that in the movie. That would have been amazing if they'd actually shown the reason why he wasn't wearing the suit, but they just didn't. So everything that people are saying right now in the comments is just made up in their own minds to make sense of a bad plot point. That's all it is. You're just filling in the gaps to make sense of a bad plot point. He's obviously terrific. That's what I'm saying. You're making it up. It would be good if it actually was shown in the movie. Then we could all go, yeah, it was shown. That's a really good reason why he didn't have the suit. The reason you're asking this question, Chill, is because there wasn't anything shown in the movie to show why he didn't wear the suit. We're just making it up in our heads, trying to draw conclusions because, again, it was not well written, that part of the movie. I love Civil War, but that movie, that part of the movie does not make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
The real answer,
yeah.
Real answer is he left at the dry cleaner.
I really paused for that.
I liked it. I like your answer. So he retired. We got they washed the suit, and we got it's the plot. I was leaning toward the plot, but after that person had pointed out he retired. Actually, he retired. Actually, kind of makes sense to some extent because he got older, and I mean, T'Challa had add the suit. So I guess that part of the job, that was T'Challa and not T'Chaka.
That suit clearly couldn't fit T'Chaka anymore. The movie was called Civil War, not Black Panther. That doesn't explain anything to me, bro. We gotta have the same level
Oh my
of logic
God.
for Civil War or Black Panther.
Yeah.
T'Chaka was
He left the suit in the cab like Deadpool did. He forgot it in the cab.
Canadians only. Question number 9. Can Justin Trudeau teach anything to T'Challa?
Hell no.
my
Hell
God.
no. Hell no. No, no, no.
I didn't do blackface.
I'm glad he resigned. Man, no. T'Challa, you can teach stuff to Trudeau.
There's got to be something. How to
No.
speak French? He doesn't. You think he knows how to speak French?
You're right. Actually, you're right.
I bet comic book T'Challa knew how to speak French, but the movie T'Challa, I don't get French vibes from him.
Man, you're right. I'm too harsh, maybe.
What did you do?
French, yeah. That's
French.
the only teaching.
That's all I can give it is French. Not no barriers, not how to protect the nation. No.
Technically, it wouldn't be French. It would be Quebecois.
You're right. And oh no, actually, you can teach something to T'Challa how to get invaded.
I don't get it. You mean talk about the weather balloon?
No, in other words, letting in people.
The tariffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wakanda doesn't deal with tariffs though. So what's like they don't have any sort of aid or they've got international outreaches and exchange programs, but they don't really have the need for tariffs to even affect them. They're not susceptible to that.
Yeah, but Trudeau didn't legalize weed though. That's good.
No, that's bad. People are even more stupid than they used to be.
I hear you guys like herbs, so we'll check out this one. CJ, is that your answer, tariffs? You want to expand on that?
Sure. That's my answer.
Okay.
We ate Trudeau here. That's
Number
a good thing
10,
he's
Danny. What does the MCU Pope say about Bast? Okay. What does he say about this deity that they worship over there in Wakanda? The Pope of the MCU.
Why do you ask me these questions? Because I can't answer these.
I have no idea what he's
I
saying.
feel like the Pope would be confused because there's like Thanos, there's Asgardians, there's Celestials, and he'd be like, "Well, I'm done. I bye."
Technically, if you go by the MCU, Asgardians aren't a god; they're just an alien race. Right? It's like Thor calls his father a god, but they don't really accept him as a god. They just consider Thor and the Asgardians an alien race. So there's not
But
very
then
gods.
there's hell, and then there's
They don't know anything. Yeah,
Well-
but they don't know anything about that. Like Hal basically stayed in Asgard, so they don't know anything. Like the Earth doesn't know anything about Hal. They never encountered.
And if someone ever
but
did
there's
say that, the Pope
Mephisto.
would say that again about Mephisto.
There's
confirmed in one
Mephisto.
edition,
So that
But the
throws a
Pope
whole
doesn't-
wrench in there.
They
The
don't
Pope
know
doesn't-
anything about Mephisto.
Yeah, like how does the Pope interact with that? He's probably saying that's all special effects on TV, Mysterio, remember him with the drones? All these superheroes, they're just fake. It's probably just these government programs where they're trying to make us feel safe.
because there's a fair bit of Catholicism and Catholic themes in Ghost Rider. So like, I think the Catholic Church is well aware of the stuff going on in the MCU. They fight
Daredevil?
it. They find the heroes to fight it. Daredevil also is a super Catholic. Like, so I feel like there's like, I think there's set up there for like them fighting on the turf, and I'm sure they're aware. Mephisto is the devil, so like it's just another word for him. So like or Satan, whatever. So I'm sure that they're very aware of Mephisto doing his thing on Earth, etc. So like they obviously counter him with heroes or whoever, I think they know, and I think Bast. I don't know. I don't know if the Pope really cares about such minor people. I think it's more like he cares. I think they care more about what Mephisto's doing and like the Knights of Hell and other things like that, and especially Midnight Suns. I think that's more. And Jada, I think would you agree? Like, I feel like the Catholics would be more aware of Midnight Suns activities than anything else, or be invested in that. I mean, who bankrolls Blade? You know, like who bankrolls these heroes? It has to be a very wealthy benefactor. Who would be the benefactor, do you think, of beating the devil on earth? The Catholic Church, like, seems to come to mind. You know, they're very wealthy. So
I get the point, but it's like, we're talking the MCU. Is Blade technically classified as part of the MCU?
Retroactively, yeah, they say it's canon now.
Oh, they say it's canon now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he appeared in Deadpool and Wolverine, and the MCU signed off on that. So, like, so like he's canon to the MCU. Blade.
Oh yeah,
Blade
Deadpool mentioned Jesus a bunch of times.
Yep. Well, this is a Catholic. Yeah, he's a super Catholic. Matt Murdock.
Well, that's going to be really confusing, because now you should have vampires be more relevant in the MCU now.
And then Galactus
I thought you were asking me about I thought you were asking me about
Yeah.
Daredevil. I didn't know you were asking me about Blade. I thought you meant Daredevil. Daredevil's a canon show. Blade, it's not the same universe, but it's part of the same multiverse.
Yeah, but it's the multiverse. Who cares?
Yeah, but they're not in the same universe. Everything that Wesley Snipes' Blade in those 3 movies did was in an alternate universe from the MCU.
Right. So again, so if we're talking about the MCU Pope, he doesn't know about any of these. He doesn't know about any of them. So there's nothing for him to. It's like, oh, I would go that the MCU Pope would be going about Bast, like he would care about, you know, all of the Hindu gods, or, you know, the African gods. It's like, oh, you have another you have an Egyptian.
He's like,
god.
white Jesus or bust. There ain't no Bast. There's no Hindu, Vishnu. There's none of that. Celestials alone would have him question everything, but they aren't publicly known. We looked in the sky and we saw a big ass celestial. He's just probably saying that's Mysterio playing with the drones again. The Pope quit once he found out Vikings were right. MCU Pope is a black woman. Yeah, they race swapped the Pope, right?
I have no idea.
Earth still has a celestial sticking out of it and a Pope. Daredevil Catholic faith gave the character a greater depth and realism than other more fantastical characters.
Yeah,
that is true. That is very true.
I just recently was watching it with my wife. Like, I was watching because she'd never watched the Daredevil series, and I've been watching that through with her. And watching it the second time through, he is so like conflicted because of his faith versus like what the violence that he does on the streets at night. Like, it really does add a depth to him that is, I think, what makes that show very good. Besides the action, his character growth in that show, that's what makes him really interesting.
CJ, your mic is a little bit funny. Transformers, Optimus Prime, but it's okay.
Yeah. I spelled Optimus wrong. Optimism.
All we need is true or false. Eric gave himself the nickname Killmonger. False.
I believe his unit did. I don't think he did.
Yeah, I believe it said so in the movie. I believe he says his squad gave him that nickname. So yeah, false.
I think Shuri's the one who says, "We know you. You are Eric Stevens, an American black operative nicknamed Killmonger. That's not my name." So
that's false. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something false. Yeah, other people did it.
It's either a nickname or he became such a high efficient killer that he was given that name by U.S. CIA, whoever one of those teams.
Why would someone call himself that way anyway?
Some people like those names, man. Wrestlers call themselves Undertaker. Why would they do that? To fear. You know, it's about branding.
Yeah. If you watch Freaking Spider-Man, they just named Tombstone the last episode.
Yeah, they did.
He cut himself after each kill. He was proud of that name. I don't know. Actually, maybe.
I mean, he may be proud of it, but I don't think he gave him himself. I don't think he gave it to him.
Paul, is it true or false that Eric gave himself the name Killmonger? Look at the thought. This is a serious one.
I'm trying to remember if anybody called him that or whether he just went by the name.
I thought the agent called him that. He was telling him.
Yeah, like I feel like they call him that, but then no, that's right. It was when they were talking about how he was like Black Ops or something in the army, and he got the nickname because of how many people he'd killed. Like that was where the nickname came from. It was like his army days when he was in Spec Ops or whatever, and he was like just killing people here and there, everywhere. So I think he was given the name. I don't think he just took it on as a mantra, and that's when he started putting the marks on his body for every person that he killed. Yeah.
Based on what people were saying, I think it's really false. Yeah.
That one dude in Guardians called himself Taserface.
Really? I can't remember. I want to forget these movies, to be honest.
The girl in Deadpool called her what? Mega Bomb. What did she call herself?
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Negasonic.
That was cringe. I remember that.
Went up by yourself.
Don't blame the movie writers. It was Grant Morrison who wrote that.
I can blame for a lot of things. That's the least of the thing.
Taserface was brilliant. In What If, Eric says it's a nickname. Ooh, can we use What If logic? It's the best we have. No, you know what? We'll use it. He said it's a nickname, but does he say who gives it to him in What If?
I don't remember the second season. What If? It's a blur now.
Question number 12, Danny. True or false? Agent Ross likes saying Wakanda forever. Make an X with your hand and then break it. He felt so good. He wants to tell people so badly at the CIA office about how he got to do the thing in a spaceship.
Yeah.
What?
When Okoye comes to save him, I bet he says Wakanda forever.
This is a true all around.
True.
Agreed. That's true.
Well, we're going to get unanimous with this one. CJ, true or false? No, we lost him. Darkness Under the Wind. True or false?
I think CJ is saying his Wi-Fi is still laggy.
Okay.
I would say true.
Give it to me, jaded fanboy. This is true. He liked saying Wakanda for... No, he didn't. Why didn't he like it?
Because I think Agent Ross understands the significance of why you say Wakanda forever. So he was honored to be able to say it.
Okay.
But it's not something that he's like, oh, I'm just going to walk around going, hey, hi, guys, Wakanda forever. Hi, guys, Wakanda forever. I just don't see him. It's like in a weird way, it was almost like a pass to say the N-word. Right?
Whoa.
Wow. That's
a
jaded thing there.
I'm saying it was
I know what I'm not going to overreact like they did. You meant he was privileged enough to be included.
He was privileged enough to be part of it, but he's going, I'm not going to, take advantage of it and go, yes, I'm part of Wakanda now, so I'm Wakanda forever.
Jaded.
I think
it said, did he like saying it? It didn't say that he want to say it repeatedly. Did he like saying Wakanda forever?
In that case, yes. Because I'm sure he was very honored. I'm sure he was very honored to say it. So yes, it's true.
All right. See, we got trues all around. Number 13. True or false? T'Challa has seen the Avengers play.
Need to change it. Can't see it.
True or false?
T'Challa has seen the Avengers play. In Hawkeye, there was a big musical. I can do it all day. Now, T'Challa would die a couple years later. Or they say he died. Technically, he's still alive for everybody. It was only a Skrull. But do you think T'Challa visited New York City, checked out his boy Spider-Man while he was there? Oh, look, the Avengers in 2012. I wasn't part of this battle. Let me see how it actually went down. This will be fun. I'm in Wakanda. I'm in America for the first time. For New York for the first time. Let me check out this Avengers play. See what this is about. Yeah, exactly. He's not staying stationary for 2 hours in the same place with the chances of someone coming to assassinate him. This is false. He did not see the Avengers play. Danny?
I agree. You did not see it.
Paul?
He didn't see it because he doesn't have the time or the inclination to see it. Why would he sit down and watch this trash? I mean, I had to sit and watch it, and I wanted to kill myself afterwards. So, like, sorry, in a video game, and so like, I don't see him wasting his time on this garbage. I mean, the only reason he was there was to watch it for his daughter, and even he got PTSD from it. So, I mean, honestly, the main protagonist of the show, the secondary main protagonist of the show, because we know who the show was actually about, but even though it's called Hawkeye, he literally had PTSD watching this play, and I have PTSD discussing it. So, you know.
Let's go to Multi. T'Challa has seen the Avengers play.
That's false. He doesn't have the time. When he goes somewhere, it's because he is onto a mission. He has a goal, and he needs to reach that goal.
The rumor is T'Challa wrote and directed the play. No. Darkness, is this true?
No, this is false. I agree with everyone here.
Hold on, I didn't answer.
What's your answer?
He will say yes just to be considerate.
He didn't see it because that's what caused him to lose his will to live. And that's why gave him.
Okay.
That's why he died off screen in Wakanda Forever.
He saw the play and he said, I can't live in this world anymore. And that's what killed him. The Avengers play, not some disease.
The mysterious illness. That's why they couldn't cure it with their magic bowls, right? That's why they couldn't do it. You complained about this. I saw you complain about him not being able to be cured by the magic bowls. This is why
the Kimoyo
was
bead
infected. Yeah, whatever. The magic ball things that they use that magically, because Vibranium can do everything. Sorry. But, you know, anything the plot desires that metal can do. But it couldn't save him from the mental distress. Frankly, I don't blame him for checking out. I wanted to check out after watching it. But, you know, I had to go on. He was like, I give up my spirit. I'm good.
Hold on. Be positive. 99. He watched... Oh, hold on, sorry. CH1 Entertainment. No, he watched the Netflix adaptation.
And Shuri is white because it's Netflix.
The next question of 33 burning Black Panther questions. We appreciate you all for being here. Hope you can thumbs up the stream while you're here. Is Daniel Kuluuya was used enough? And I say this is true because you're not here to be the main character of our movie. You're playing a role. You are an overqualified supporting actor. You were used enough. So I'm saying yes.
Who did he play?
Wakabi.
What the F was that?
He was Black Panther's friend, Okoye's husband.
Yeah, Okoye's husband. He's the guy that portrays him at the end of the film.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Okay.
You know, the guy who got the Oscar for playing Fred Hampton. The guy who was in Nope. The guy who was in Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah, that's why he's in this movie, because he was in Get Out. Yeah.
Well, everyone was very accomplished who was in this movie. Angela Bassett was in here also.
Letitia Wright is accomplished.
Well, I guess she's the only one who was a newbie. But everyone else, Chad, Michael B., they all had careers. Denai Guerrero was pretty, for like 7 seasons into Walking Dead at that point.
I think Daniel Kaluuya was underused. So I'd say wasn't used enough. So that's false, I think.
Yeah, you're saying it's true. Does Danny say it's true? Oh, yeah, we already know your answer. That Daniel Kaluuya was used enough.
No, he wasn't used enough. So I'd say false.
Already went. I agree with you, Joe.
Oh, I thought you were the last one. Let's ask this live chat. What do you guys say? Should have been given a bigger role, but for his role, it was enough.
Yeah, for his role, it was enough.
Yeah, you know, if they didn't cast him and used him, he probably would have been a great candidate to recast T'Challa with.
No.
Yeah.
True.
Maybe.
I don't think he's physically imposing enough.
You can work out. You can figure that.
He could, but I like Mr. Hodge.
Yeah, after the Aldis Hodge stuff, we like Mr. Hodge. He's our go-to, and he wants to do it. Yeah. They want to play T'Challa. They know the damn difference between Toussaint and T'Challa. We listen to Ben Watkins.
There's only one other person that might be could do it, and that's the guy that played on the show with the cocaine.
Okay, you're talking about Idris Elba. Idris or Damson Idris, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two were like 1A, 1B.
Yep. He's taller than I thought he was, but yeah, he can do it if he bulks up.
Yep.
Now, William says that it's false T'Challa betrayed W'Kabi by not putting Claw on a t-shirt. Daniel Kaluuya crying eyes in Get Out won an Oscar. That's fact. Next question. True or false? Racist Marvel only brought Infinity War to Wakanda because the heroes would lose. This is true.
Ooh.
Ooh. Actually,
You notice that? You notice that? Hey, let's go to Wakanda. Everyone feel included. This is going to be great. They're in the Avengers movie. Well, yeah, when they lose. Now, the fight that they win at, they're in New Jersey at the headquarters. Racist Marvel. True.
Wow.
I didn't think of that way, but
And
I
you all don't
agree
have
with
the
you.
guts to say it.
That's true. That's racist Marvel.
First of all,
that was racist
Wait,
Marvel.
what's the
then
premise? What's the premise? They brought Infinity War only to Wakanda because the heroes would lose. Like lose in Wakanda or lose if they weren't in Wakanda.
Don't think of these African fictional country as an inspirational place that wasn't ever invaded. Nah. They came in, the Thanos came, whooped butt, heroes lost. Think of Africa as a losing place where battles don't get won.
I disagree because when Thanos had them back against the wall, who was the first ones that came out to help Captain America? 3 Wakandans and Sam.
Exactly. Yes.
That wasn't in Wakanda. That battle
Okay.
happened
That's
in
inside
America.
of
I didn't say that.
Wakanda.
I'm going back on your logic. If they were racist about that,
yeah.
then they would have had them come in last. Not at all. But the first ones, when the
Exactly.
stuff really hit the fan, who was the first ones that came? T'Challa, Okoye, Shuri, and Sam.
And he comes through the circle portals in Endgame and gives him a little nod to Cap A. He's like, "I'm here, buddy. I've got your back." This is not true.
That
This
was in
is
America.
so.
No.
This
See,
is
that's the
false.
colonizers who wanted us to think of Africa
my
as a
God.
losing nation and not some place that can stick up for itself. They weren't going to show you that battle with the Wakandans winning and holding off the foreigners, literally aliens, coming into their country and defending themselves. This is true. You guys are just not woke enough.
Hold on.
I got to say,
well, let me hear Jada Fanboy.
Okay.
Hold on. You knew that they were going to lose. So no matter where they went, they were going to lose.
They could have went anywhere.
Hold on. Now, which country, which place was the most technologically advanced place to have the final showdown?
It should have been Wakanda.
Okay, so by default, they would have gone to Wakanda because it was the most technologically advanced.
They won in New Jersey. What about switching the order and having them lose the fight in New Jersey? But an end game, they go, thank God we're doing this in Wakanda, and now we can win. Or Camouflage or anywhere else.
I will push back. Even if I agreed with you, Killmonger, I think Jadibs is trying to say they wanted to depict the strongest and the biggest place to lose to showcase how Thanos was like that unstoppable force. But
they had Infinity Stones. They could have done that anywhere.
Right, but they did. But the heroes don't know that. So the heroes are going, we need the most fortified place. So Black Panther goes, come to Wakanda. We're the most technologically advanced place in the world.
But they don't have magic, and they could have went over to Nepal and fought in the mountains instead of going over to Wakanda. They could have had the final battle in Endgame in Wakanda.
Why would you do that? Hold on, strategically.
Magicians.
Why would you go to Nepal?
Magicians. They've got all the sorcerers getting trained there.
Who got their asses kicked by Wanda? They all got their asses kicked by Wanda, and she doesn't even have the Infinity Gauntlet. So you're talking about Doctor Strange, what's his face? Wong. You got all the apprentices, and they all got their asses kicked by Wanda. So saying that there were going to be an effect, the Ancient One is gone, so she wasn't even part of the fight. So now if you're establishing that the Ancient One was around, then yes, I would have going to Nepal where the Ancient One is would have been the best strategy. But
you guys are not understanding, bro. Even Rogue Comics doesn't understand. They were attacked in New Jersey, guys. I know within the movie why
Yes.
why it took place there. I get it, but the people writing the scripts could have made it so that the first attack was somewhere else, and then the end game attack would have been in Wakanda. They could have wrote the movie that way. Next,
But again, I agree with Jaded on something. But what
Next,
they could
you're
have
just gonna,
done.
like, all right, next.
What? Okay, next.
It's
I guess
false, Jill. It's
Okay.
false.
everybody go. Did everyone talk?
I wanted to bring up a comment that was interesting. That was a CJ saying,
Are you still here, CJ?
I think he's there, but because his internet's not
yeah,
great.
but I sound like Optimus Prime, so
You're fine. You're fine.
But he was saying they wanted to copy Phantom Menace. That was interesting. But again, I think all they could have fixed it is you have both fights happening in Wakanda. Then that would have been better because then you show that Wakanda got stronger. with time.
Oh, you see that? Oh, we all agree on that, can't we?
What?
You weren't listening? No, don't repeat yourself. He doesn't deserve to hear that. I agree.
Okay.
Number
I tried the
16.
answers.
True or false? Darkness. 100% of the fighters shouted back Yibambe.
I would say I'd say that's true.
All right. You know, Danny, they got the king Yibambe. 100% of them said.
Anybody come to see Yibambe, we come to see Avengers Assemble. So no, it will not have the same effect. No.
Yes. Thank you, Danny.
Avengers Assemble. Flame on. Wait, what?
Wrong
Avengers
comics.
Assemble, literally, Avengers Assemble. Like literally, everyone was waiting years for him to say those words. Years. So yes, he was right. And they say it anyway when they walk through. Oh, in the Black Panther. Are you talking about in the Black Panther?
No,
movie?
I'm saying in a Black Panther movie, Yibambe, that's appropriate.
Oh yeah,
that particular end game, I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear Avengers Assemble.
Well,
absolutely. But they say it when they come through the portal, they're going Yibambe. You can hear them, right?
But was
so they're still saying their
100%?
chant.
The question is, was everybody saying it?
No, it was just the Wakandans.
No, it's just
Okay, I thought you meant like
every
100%
Wakandan
of the Wakandans.
Yeah, every Wakandan that was coming through the portals to fight were saying that. Yes.
So then you're saying that it's true.
No, I'm saying 100% of the Wakandan warriors said that.
But not the fighters.
The sorcerers didn't say that.
Yeah.
The female offenders didn't say that.
Yeah.
The rest of the other people didn't say that. Just the Wakandans, because that's their war cry.
You're right. I miswrote my question. Then I should have included just like it was the Wakandans, because even in Infinity War, they were there with like Black Widow was there and like other people who probably didn't know what to say back. But if we're just talking Wakandans, what's going on, Fatal J? If we're just talking Wakanda, let me get you.
I think it was false.
I agree.
You think that is false? Why?
100% of Wakandans said
because I think 99 people shouted out, and that one guy was like, I don't know how to pronounce this word.
See, I don't have the same reason why, but I also say that it's false, because what if someone was sneezing? What if somebody had some sort of like, I don't know, looking just like fighting related tactic where he didn't have the time to say Yibambe? What if there were like not like, everyone has a role in a fight? Yibambe wasn't answered back by all the Wakanda
please,
fighters.
you can't look around and say Wabambe. You
Too
can
much
still
work,
say it.
man.
You can still say it.
Yeah. It's too hard. Too complicated.
His role wasn't. Yeah, you don't want to complicate it. This is the military, bro. We don't want to give people multiple roles.
Yeah. I will say false.
Thank
And
you.
with that, thank you guys for having me on. I gotta bounce. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next time.
All right,
Everybody
see ya.
subscribe, Multi-Topic Talk. Peace. Oh, we go to Fatal J. Hello there.
Hi.
Question number 15 is, wait, we're past this one. 16. 100% of the fighters were shouting back, Yibambe.
facts.
That's true.
Best battle cry since Braveheart. Best pump-up speech since Braveheart.
False
Remember
only some.
Braveheart
It
when he
was
said,
Gary.
"You can take
Gary
our
didn't
lives,
say it.
but you will never take our freedom." Remember that?
For the sake of not showing anyone being beat by checks notes Thanos, they should have had fights in Antarctica. Thank you
That
for
would have
that
been tight.
commentary.
There,
Why
you know,
Antarctica though?
there's actually a what if video that someone made where a fight with Thanos took place in the Arctic. It was from someone named Missed the Part. And,
But why?
it
I
was,
mean, don't get me wrong. It's a cool concept, but why?
I mean, hey, it kind of worked with the story because it had to do with what if Peter Parker had the symbiote. So what it was is like Peter destroyed the ship, and the ship completely like crash landed as it was in orbit, like all the way into the Arctic. So I mean, like,
Doug, that sounds so not productive for all of the humans, but to all the aliens who don't are affected by colds or they don't even have the same level of traction on their feet, that would have been so much more advantageous to them.
Well, I believe that's where all the aliens are. Like when the invasion start, these ships will come out of the Antarctic. That's just me, though. You know.
The comment section say, when I saw Endgame, we were standing on our cars echoing Yibambe, but the drive-in in Atlanta knows how to party. I want to see a movie at a drive-in. 17, true or false, Clint introduced himself because he forgot Panther's name. We haven't met yet. I'm Clint. Like, he forgot his name was T'Challa. We know he's not mainstream like that. So they just barely knew who T'Challa was a week ago. This is true. That's the only reason he stopped fighting in Civil War, to say, I'm Clint. And you know, who remembers what Black Panther said back?
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't even remember Clint introducing himself. That's how much a factor Clint was in Endgame.
Well, it wasn't in Endgame. It was in
Civil War.
Infinity War.
When they're at the airport, Clint goes up to Black Panther and goes, "Hi, my name's Clint." And then
I thought Clint wasn't in Infinity War. He was in Endgame as Ronin.
No. We said Civil War.
Oh, Civil War. Oh,
yes, yeah. Captain America Civil War.
Right at the airport.
Got you.
When Clint goes up against T'Challa, he goes, "Hi, I'm Clint." I don't think it's because he forgot his name. It's because he knows that T'Challa doesn't know who the hell he is.
Hey, pound for pound, Clint is the best Avenger.
We haven't met yet.
Do you got that clip that says cocaine's a hell of a drug?
I'm Clint.
Bro,
Yeah,
people...
you gotta do it. You gotta do it now.
No. Pound for pound, Clint doesn't have any powers, and he's stuck with the best of them. No powers.
Was this like when Frodo forgot Legolas' his name?
Yes.
I don't think
we gonna act like pound for pound since the Avengers all the way to Endgame. Then Clint ain't dead.
Pound for pound, it was Black Widow because ain't nobody got an ass like hers.
He's out of line, but he's right. False. Clint knew he was effed and was trying to stop the fight any means necessary.
That's exactly. That was a disarming technique. The same way Peter Parker and Spider-Man uses all that sarcasm to try to throw people off their game. That's all that was.
I like that one. I like that question. One more comment. It says, Charlemagne goes off on Disney. I don't care.
Who is Charlemagne the God?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Number 18, Darkness. True or false? Lupita Nyong'o is more talented than her character, Nakia.
Now, if we're going to be talking about rear ends, Lupita.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you're going to do that, I'm going with Shuri because Shuri wins the hands down.
I know you mean Denai Guerrero.
Whatever the actress is.
What you talking about is skill, though? Are we talking about skills or what? Fighting skills? Intelligence or what?
It's talent.
Everything. No, I can't do Shuri. I can't do Shuri like that, man. I can't do her like that because she dope too. That's about even, man. That's about even.
I asked Darkness first. Under the Wind, Lupita Nyong'o is more talented than Nakia.
Ah, man, I would say I see your fist right there. You're like, oh, I'm curious what he's gonna say.
The Okayo actress is actually more dope than both of them, in my opinion.
I asked Darkness Under the Wind.
I'm gonna.
True or false? Lupita Nyong'o is more talented than Nakia.
I gotta go with false.
I gotta go with false too. False.
I gotta go with false. She was a super spy.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
False.
False? I got everyone
It's
else's away.
false.
I heard
Wasn't
false.
she in Star Wars?
False, bro.
Who was?
Was she in Star Wars? Okay. But she's a method actor. Every day of her life, she's on missions pretending to be someone she's not, right? 24 hours a day. Nakia is way better of an actress than Lupita Nyong'o is.
I haven't seen them in anything else, so I can't say that.
She was Maz Kanata, the yellow thing that looked like Yoda. She was Maz
What?
Kanata. That was Lupita Nyong'o.
What Star Wars series?
The 7th movie, Force Awakens.
Really?
The one we don't talk about. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with the cantina. That was her.
So she was the little thing with the goggles.
She had a crush on the Wookiee.
You learn something new every day
yeah.
because I thought that was just an old white lady. I just thought that was an old white lady voice in that character.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. Doesn't mean she's talented though.
Number 19. Danny, SZA was singing All the Stars at halftime.
I didn't watch it.
Oh. I guess Paul didn't watch the NFL's halftime either.
I watched the game. I didn't watch halftime.
No, I watched the whole game and halftime.
Okay. There you go. So was she lip syncing or was she singing when the Black Panther theme, All the Stars, came out?
Lip syncing.
I think so too. This is false. She was lip syncing. Thank you.
She was
Jada
lip syncing
Fanboy?
because in my head I said in my head I said, dang, she sung that real good. I didn't know she
too
was
good.
lip-syncing. Yeah, I'm talking about like usually it's like a step down in the live performance. So I was like, dang, she really can't sing. That's nuts, man.
Jaded?
I didn't watch the game.
Darkness?
I didn't watch it either.
Why did you guys both stutter the same way? I didn't watch. You both.
I don't know.
Rewind the stream, everyone. They
I don't
they
know.
stuttered the exact same way.
We're not in cahoots. Just know that.
Sure, why not? It's true. There was some parts she was not singing. I know. I noticed it.
Can I speak for my white brethren?
What?
This is the reason why they hit the stutter. Because they saw the performance and didn't like it.
No, I didn't even. I honestly didn't watch.
You see how he stuttered? He saw it. He just lying.
Why would I lie?
She was singing, says Mike.
I lie.
Okay. He said
I
they're
didn't
not
even
like.
know Serena Williams was there. Somebody said Serena was doing the sea walk.
Yeah.
When I first saw that, I did not know that was Serena Williams script walk.
So there was a little bit of a history between Drake and Serena, which added extra mustard to the no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Fatal J, I'm dying. Sam Jackson was Colonel Sanders from the KFC at the Super Bowl.
He was?
No, he wasn't.
Oh
He was
yeah,
Uncle Sam.
I saw that clip.
He was Uncle Sam.
He was Uncle Sam.
He was Uncle Sam.
Next question, 20. Danny, would M'Baku rather attend a Super Bowl or Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
The first Black Panther movie, I would have said the Royal Rumble. The second Black Panther, which that wasn't M'Baku that I seen for the first one, I would say the Super Bowl. Because he was mad goofy in Wakanda Forever. Very goofy.
Anyone else with the Super Bowl pick? Because I think everyone should say Royal Rumble. You see iShow Speed getting in. Oh, anyone can just attend? Come inside jump the barrier. Yeah.
But who's he fighting?
I don't know.
Hey,
He'll get the rules. He knows. All you got to do is throw someone, toss them over the top rope. Very simple. We do this in the mountains.
I've watched iShow Speed. I started watching him last summer. I see why the kids like that dude, man. He is entertaining as freak, man.
He's always on.
You can waste a lot of hours watching that dude, man.
Mm.
He a one-man show.
What were you saying, Jaded?
Oh, I would love to have seen M'Baku just walk into the Royal Rumble and just start tossing everybody out.
I would like to see that too.
Aglax says Super Bowl. Somebody said something down there. Who said it?
Oh no. I was gonna say for a minute, like, you know what? Hey, maybe M'Baku I think would go in the Royal Rumble just like, because knowing how M'Baku is, he'd probably just go like, oh, I get to fight someone, I get to pull someone over the top rope, I get to yeet, throw him over.
Yeet. Number 21. What was Shuri's punishment for sticking up her middle finger, guys? It was right after their dad had died, the very next day, and she's like sticking her middle finger to her brother. Her mother says, "Shuri, sorry, mother." Listen, bro, it was an emotional time, right? I don't think Ramonda gave her a serious punishment. There was no timeouts. There was no anything. It was just like, Shuri's the wild child. She's with the silver spoon in her mouth. She's just been spoiled. She's the youngest. When Shuri stuck her middle finger at T'Challa, no, not one single punishment came to her. I'm trying to put a lot of thought into this one. I think that this parents didn't parent. Like, if anyone was disciplinary, it was T'Chaka. He was the disciplined parent. Ramonda didn't do jack to Shuri after that. Paul, what was the punishment when she stuck her middle finger at her brother?
Nothing. There was no punishment.
CJH?
No idea.
Was there a punishment then?
No.
Fatal J?
After you seen your husband get blown up in a political conference, would you have time to punish your daughter?
Yeah, my parents would. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have time. I wouldn't have time to punish.
I'm with it, Danny.
No, you get punished.
I put every thought into it, and I don't think that it's a punishment. Her punishment was Wakanda Forever.
To tell you the truth, sure didn't seem too upset because they were joking about how he froze with his old girl. They didn't seem very remorseful or sad or anything. They were. Now we saw it. We saw it in Wakanda Forever. She was sad and crying and going, "Oh, we didn't see that same level of upsetness, if that's even a word, about her dad." I didn't see it.
You're right. It was a coping mechanism.
I think it was a time lapse.
No.
They might have already had the funeral during Civil War.
But it was the day after, though. He had to announce. Look, when he went with Nakia and he broke her out of her mission, he's like, "Hey, my dad just died." So it was the day after a Civil War. It was that same week that this movie took place in.
I didn't know that.
Yep, except his hair was longer.
I always figured it was like 2 or 3 months after, then Black Panther,
He had to inform Nakia, so it was soon. Florida slapped Michael after James died. Huh?
Jay.
What does that mean?
Good times. He talking about good times.
Okay. Shuri's punishment was to watch Deadpool 3 and Wolverine 10 times.
That's not bad punishment.
Well, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine was like easily the best superhero movie of 2024, hands down.
Who said that? Who said that? Who just said that?
I did.
You said the best of 2024 of all time.
Superhero movie of 2024.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant of all time. Okay.
No. I didn't mean of all time. No, that is a completely different subject.
Okay. I gave you that. I gave you that. It was the best of 2024 superhero.
Yeah, what was the competition? Blue Beetle? Well, what else came out?
Much.
Joker 2.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we all know how Joker 2 just came down. Just beep.
And Morbius 2.
God help us.
Yeah.
Morbin time.
God.
What's going on, Bluminati?
What's good? You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Brother?
You missed the Aldis Hodge news. I might play it back towards the ending of this, but we're on 22. Okay. How did Agent Ross feel performing Wakanda with it? I think I asked this question. Did I ask this question?
You asked if he you kind of phrased it differently.
I said true or false. Agent Ross likes saying Wakanda. Oh, I wrote the same question twice. That's crazy. I never do that. 32 burning questions. I'm sorry. Blue, what do you think? How did Alex or Agent Ross feel when he was performing the Wakanda Forever salutes?
How did he feel? I don't think he felt anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he felt anything.
I know how he felt. You know how you have a clique of brothers, and then you accept that one white dude that
you think that's what it
trying
was?
to get into the crew.
I don't think he felt. I don't know if he felt that way. I think he just like.
I think it was kind of like with Eminem. The brothers like, okay, he cold on the mic. Eminem had Eminem had that feeling.
Agent Ross, CIA. I don't know, man. I don't think he get two shits about Wakanda, man.
But you got to remember, was that Agent Ross or was that a?
Oh yeah,
you right.
Oh yeah, there's that factor.
You right. Was
Could
it
have been a
scroll?
scroll? You know.
Maybe he did feel a certain way fitting in. Now you might be right. Fatal.
Yes, sir.
A person of Skruller.
Person of Skruller.
Bro, how long was they scrolls though? Cause
Oh, don't ask. They don't care. They look. There's no consequences. Secret Wars is about to reboot the universe where nothing that matters.
You right.
Don't put any thought into that.
Yeah. And that one chick, she powerful as freak now. The one chick
Since
that can
the
change into
90s.
everybody.
They was the scroll since the 90s.
Yeah.
Since Captain Marvel.
If I was in charge of Secret Invasion, I would have had a plot line in every movie where a character played a Skrull. You know, it would be a guy, a waiter here. It would be a character you didn't think mattered there.
And then
it would take 7 years to come to fruition. But then you do the Secret Wars show and you go, oh, that's why he said that line. That's why he told the heroes this lie. Oh my God. And you could have just broke everyone's mind. But they didn't have that because that takes planning. And they don't tell different directors what's happening in different projects. That's not the point of this, though. The point is question 22 about Agent Ross. Okay. That's Rob.
The entire MCU is just scrolls.
Scrolls. That's what I believe.
Every single one of
reset everything.
Except for
Every
Thanos.
non-superhero character would have been a Skrull.
That's why Thanos came in. He was like, I'm going to wipe out all the scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Next comment says, they retconning the whole Skrull and Secret Invasion storyline. I can guarantee we won't see nothing from that. They might mention it in the new Falcon movie because the last president was so upset. He lost the election over, I forget the plot. Who cares? Secret Invasion missed the mark by miles, dude. The new dinosaur in Jurassic World. Okay. Next question. Which skills obtained will Ryan Coogler take to Sinners? This is the most expensive movie franchise he's done, okay? Because Creed, it was like 90 million or something like that. He did Marvel. 2 Marvel movies he did. One I don't recognize. And he had all of the CGI. He had all of the practical effects, the disposal of a major studio like Disney behind him. So when he goes to Warner Brothers to do Sinners, what were the skills that he picked up? Danny, you there?
I want to know real quick before Danny talk. What was the budget for Sinners?
I'll tell you in a second.
Because, bro, if they more than a Marvel movie, now I really got to see this joint.
They done more than a Marvel movie.
90.
I don't think so either, Blue.
90 million.
I don't think so either.
That sounds
okay.
Right,
what was Black Panther's budget?
150.
Yeah, I was gonna say it had to been close.
Yeah,
I was about to say 180.
I'm about to say these gonna be some exploding vampires. Something. I can't wait to see this joint.
200 million.
Okay.
200. Oh, see, I said I was about to say 180. 200 sound about right. Oh yeah.
That's a good budget too, because they made that back and more. You know.
Now, all the disposal, all of the skills, all of the utilities at his disposal. Fatal J, what's he going to take to Sinners?
I don't know. I'll just say this. When it comes to Coogler, just looking at his whole filmography, the dude is dope, man. Except for Wakanda Forever, and if I was an ordinary man, didn't know about comics and none of that stuff, I would have looked at Wakanda Forever like, okay, this was a good, powerful, emotional film. I think he gonna bring the same pain he usually does. And I think without having the pressure of Marvel on his shoulders, this is gonna be a real good film. It's gonna be something different, unique. And I think it's going to be fun, entertaining. I think he's going to bring that pain. It's going to be good.
Blue?
I think we get the same Coogler. It's gonna be a baby mother somewhere. It'll be just saying it's gonna be a fatherless son or two now.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta do my Ramonda.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. So we're gonna get Coogler. Now, as far as extra stuff, I think he's probably learned more as far as practicality, especially with it only being an $80 million budget. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of practical effects, learning how to use those things.
One of you guys have background noise. It sounds like 2 quarters hitting each other.
I'm hearing that too.
Hold on, that might be Meek. I got a fan in the background. Hold on.
I'll tell you if it comes back on, but it stopped. Yeah, keep going.
Plus, this is filmed. It's more.
It's not you, Fatal J. It's someone else.
Yeah, it's someone else.
Let me see. Hold on.
Well, it stopped. Could it be when Blue talks it happens, maybe?
Is it me talking?
See, I don't hear I do hear
Yeah, I hear it.
It sounds like your mic a little bit.
Is it my mic?
Y'all got good ears because it do sound like 2 quarters big.
It's not that bad.
I don't even hear it.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad though.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
You still hear it?
When you talk, it's a little off.
A little. It's fine. If it's nothing you can do, maybe unplug and plug it back. If it doesn't, it doesn't change anything. And then Danny, what do you say to this? Ryan Coogler, what's he gonna take 2 sinners that he collected from Marvel?
Killmonger. I'm looking forward to this movie, man. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I've always been a fan of vampire movies, so I think the things that he learned, probably some of the skill sets he learned from working in a bigger production movie, he's going to take that with him. I'm looking forward to it. I think when does it come out again? In May, if I'm not mistaken.
April.
I think it's going to make money. I think it's going to make some money because I don't think there's too many more movies that's going to be around it. And he has a very popular actor playing with him. I saw some of the makings of it, and it was very interesting. At first, I really wasn't that much drawn to it because I'm not really a horror fan per se of a genre, but I'm very interested in what I've seen. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to support it.
April 18th. We're jumping over to.
I don't think there's any other movie that's going to come around to hurt it during that time.
Now, I just want to say this for the record. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not just saying this because I'm black either.
Okay.
Killmonger is the greatest villain the MCU have ever seen.
Boom. Killmonger or Killmonger?
I mean, dang, I said Killmonger. I'm sorry.
Cool, bro. You invite these people to your stream. You try to get them a little bit more extra publicity, and that's how they treat you.
That was a compliment. You are their biggest enemy. You are their biggest enemy. You keep calling them out.
I said, man, I didn't see that movie Killmonger was in, but I got to check it out.
The replay.
He was sucking up, actually. I think he was sucking up when he said that.
Yeah.
Killmonger, blow me up and let me fist myself.
Fist yourself.
Let me fist myself. I don't know why these motherfuckers out there try to fake the funk. Killmonger was the best villain in the MCU.
Thank you.
Pure passion, pure destruction, had a ultimate goal, and the goal made sense. Killmonger. I don't care. I don't care what you motherfuckers say. Thanos, I don't want to hear. Loki, I don't want to hear. Killmonger is the greatest MCU villain. I'm not just saying that because I'm black either.
People say that.
You don't think him and Thanos had similar
No
reasons for doing what they were doing?
No, Thanos was sinister with his stuff, man. I'm talking about Killmonger was right on a lot of stuff he was saying.
And the key is the greatest.
Okay, watch this. Didn't Killmonger wanted to come to America and help his people?
Yeah, I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm just saying I'm saying I thought that their reasons for doing what they did were very similar.
He was all Wakanda's arse because he was wondering why Wakanda is living like this and our people living like this.
Because they're not our people. I told you. You weren't here for this, Fatal J. I told you. If you are the country next door or ocean next door, Wakanda doesn't care about you equally. All this, but our skin is dark. That's a thing. That's a mindset
But chill,
you
let's
have
just erase
that they never adopted.
But chill, let's erase that. Was his thought process virtuous?
Yes.
No.
Was he trying to hurt or was he trying to help?
He was trying to hurt.
Oh, well, he was going to hurt people, but he also wanted to help.
Blue said he was trying to hurt.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, his whole thing was murder and destruction. I mean, I don't know where you get him.
Okay,
being
but look how the
virtuous
world. But look how the world works. Look how the world been working since the ancient days.
Okay.
The world is built on destruction and murder.
I just feel like justifying Killmonger feels like justifying the death of Patrice Lumumba. Justifying Killmonger is not something I want to do, because then I'm saying free Palestine. Like I don't think colonialism or might or any of those things should be respected.
Manifest destiny.
Let me ask you a question. Do the oppressed have to fight to get their freedom at times?
They fight the oppressor, yes.
Yeah, but Killmonger was not oppressed.
And Killmonger wasn't going after the oppressed. He was going after everybody.
Everybody.
No, not necessarily.
Everybody that wasn't Wakandan, yes, he was.
Yeah, everybody that wasn't Wakandan, and that was it.
He said, wherever we have war dogs, we're sending these ships out.
T'Challa wanted to do the same thing he did once he got his head straight, but in a more peaceful manner.
Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point.
Rooting for the villains out here, Fatal.
I still don't care. Killmonger is still the best villain.
I'm telling you, Nakia was the greatest villain.
Does
Nakia
Green Goblin
Black
count?
Well,
Green Goblin's a great villain.
Are we talking
Green Goblin is peak.
Because he's pure evil.
Y'all missed what Blue said, and he right. He said the kid is the greatest villain in the MCU.
The greatest villain. She killed Black Panther. She took Black Panther off the game board. Took him out.
That's where the disease came from.
I tried to tell y'all a couple streams back, a couple days ago. I tried to tell y'all this.
Wow.
No, because I was with what Fatal J was.
So you got Wakandan HIV.
That's that war dog ish.
You got a war dog COVID.
Hey, you lay down with a war dog, you don't know what you're gonna get up with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful out here.
You got Wakandan fleas, huh? You lay down with
Why
a war
is
dog.
Nakia still alive? Is she the Magic Johnson in Wakanda?
Hey, you said it.
You said
you said it. We didn't say it.
Everyone practice safe sex, take care of your bodies. We don't wish any of these things on
He
anybody.
should have strapped up with a vibranium magnum. That's what he should have strapped up with. Let's move on, chill. Let's move on, chill.
No, you know, when you laugh at things like this, and you know, in the future something comes back. So let's not.
This right gonna be on next 33 burning questions.
Paul, do you want to touch this one about Ryan Coogler? You're still away? You're still away. Number 24. Danny, how many people's birthday does Panther remember?
All of them. He's just that kind of person.
Is he on Facebook?
No, he's not.
Anybody he cares about, I think he remembers them.
Bro, that's the only way I remember people's birthdays is Facebook.
But Facebook means you don't remember their birthday. Because of Facebook, you don't need
that's
to.
What I'm saying. I don't remember. And what I love about Facebook, they'll tell you a week ahead of time that somebody's birthday coming up. I love that.
And then you hit them up like, hey, guess whose birthday's coming? Facebook comes.
Yeah, and they be thinking you really care. You know what I mean?
That Wakandan Facebook, he got it.
Yeah.
How many people? You said all of them. Jada
Anybody he
fanboy.
thinks important, that's who he remembers.
at least 3. Mom, Dad, and Shuri. That's it.
I'm leaning more towards Jaded fanboy. He doesn't care about birthdays. That's a practice. That is not a custom of the Wakandans. That's something you guys do based off your Gregorian calendar. that only started existing 400 years ago. He's like, yo, we don't care. We go by the lunar calendar here in Wakanda. Birthdays mean nothing to us. So he probably knows his birthday and his parents.
You know, everybody in his inner circle. He knows everybody on the council. He knows Okoye's. He knows his brother, a boy that played Okoye's husband. He knows all those people that in his inner circle.
Yeah, his inner circle.
I don't think you do. I think you got people to remember for him.
You guys think that they celebrate birthdays in Wakanda though? Like, what is the reason to know someone's birthday?
They celebrate birthday. They celebrate
a full
birthday.
rotation around the planet. They don't care.
No, I think they care. I think that's a worldwide custom.
Celebration of their life. It's still the celebration of
worldwide
their birth.
It might not be customary how we do it over here, but it's a world. I think that's a human being thing.
I think they keep track, but they don't celebrate.
Well, no, I don't think they have a birthday cake or anything.
No cakes or nothing, but they acknowledge.
But it's an acknowledgement, so to speak. Yeah.
Plus, you got to do it, in order to come of age to even be the Black Panther. You got to know the date of your age. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to know when.
This is your 21st birthday. You all have the right to go against to challenge Killmonger for the mantle of the Black Panther.
I could take a 29-year-old. Yeah. CJH, your turn. How many birthdays does T'Challa remember? King of Wakanda.
Every single one of them.
You guys are wrong.
On the planet.
You guys are wrong.
On the planet.
Hey, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna have to agree because isn't Black Panther the third smartest person in the Marvel universe?
In the films, we don't see that. He makes sure he do all the tech stuff. So maybe he is smart. We just didn't see that scene that showed he's smart.
And that's kind of crazy they did that to him.
He's way smarter than he is.
I think he understood.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Fatal J? It is crazy that they did that to him, Fatal J. I wish you were here for question number 15 about how racist Marvel only brought Infinity War to Wakanda because the heroes would lose. Infinity War should have been in somewhere else in the world. Endgame could have been in Wakanda where they won. Thank goodness we fought in Wakanda. Yeah, I wish you were here for that one.
Well, only two well, I guess three, but really only two places exist in Marvel. Wakanda, New York. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta give them props though, bro. They held their own in Wakanda though. I'm just talking about the Wakandians. That made me proud.
Yeah, if only they used their shields more than once, though. That would have been helpful.
Yeah.
They had to open shields Northwest 17. So remember that. That was a scene.
Wakanda was the best army the world could offer.
They went from the Wakandans to the Wakandans.
I wish you were here for question number 9, where we are asking, what could Trudeau teach anything to T'Challa?
Did he step? He's still y'all president, or did he step down?
He's at like a month left.
Okay. What could he teach T'Challa?
Nothing.
To lower the tariffs.
How to impose tariffs? That's about it.
We are at number 24, 25. When does T'Challa think it's time for the rest of the world to take down their pagan Christmas lights? Danny, big Christian, got the cross on his hat. How you feel about the pagan celebration? Wrong button, sorry. How you feel, Danny?
I'm a Christian too, so I'm glad you did that. But go ahead, Danny.
Danny, go ahead.
I don't know about this one. I don't know. If they believe in Bast, he probably don't care. So I don't care. That's probably what he's thinking. That's their God, according to comic books. So if he believes in Bast, however you pronounce it, he don't care about Christmas lights.
So then when? So like fast?
Whenever,
that means
whenever they feel like it.
That's how he doesn't care. What do you think, Jaded Fanboy?
I'm gonna have to agree. I don't think T'Challa gives a damn.
All right, Fatal J.
Hold on. Seeing as how you don't think they celebrate birthdays, why would he care about Christmas?
I don't think he celebrates Christmas. I don't think he celebrates Christmas.
When does T'Challa think it's time for the rest of the world to take down?
He don't care.
He doesn't even think about it. He'd be going, why do you even celebrate it? Like, what do you, a tree? Why do you have a tree? Why do you have lights? Like
he
why?
Didn't care about the outside world for how many years until we saw him? He didn't. He don't care. He don't care.
He knows it exists, but he don't care.
He just doesn't care to entertain this at all. He doesn't have an opinion.
Until Killmonger came into his life, he did not care about the outside world.
And I think when he went to the hood, and that little boy said, "Oh, that's a Bugatti spaceship," he didn't care then either.
That's one of my questions.
It would be like asking if Wakanda celebrates Thanksgiving.
Right.
It's irrelevant. It has absolutely no value to them.
All right. Does Paul want to touch on this one, or are you still away? Paul still away. Darkness.
Okay, I will say that, you know what, when it comes to like celebrating Christmas, I think T'Challa is just like, you do you do what you gotta do. You want to celebrate it, you do it. That's your guys' gig.
Yeah,
that's what I think he'd do.
CJ,
the day after Christmas.
Actually, like, that's where I was gonna go until everyone was changing my mind. Like, it's called Christmas, not holiday lights. But all right, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter, Dwayne Johnson. You're right. It doesn't matter. 26. Where did Stan Lee sit at the premiere? He died in November of 2019, or 18. November of 2018, I should say. He was
Black
still.
Panther 1 was the last movie he was in, right? Was that the last movie?
No, he was in Captain Marvel and in Endgame. He said, "Make war, not peace. Make peace, not war." He was in Endgame in the 70s when they'd flashbacked.
Yeah, that's right. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he wasn't in Spider-Man.
Far From Home? Maybe he was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Maybe
nah, man. I think he died before all that.
Yeah,
Let me look it up.
It wasn't. Not that you say that.
I know they filmed Infinity War and Endgame simultaneously, so I think he was in both of those. I'm not sure about the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, his last cameo was in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, it said Endgame was his last cameo.
That's a good last cameo. Even if he did shoot.
That was the end of an era, too. That was perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
They might have a Far From Home
Spider-Verse.
When did Spider-Verse come out? December of 2018?
Yeah. Right. Spider-Verse came out in 2018.
So then May of Avengers Endgame came May the next year. So that wasn't his last. I think, though, he shot something for Spider-Man Far From Home, and then they just didn't use it.
They just didn't put it in.
And technically, his picture appears in Deadpool and Wolverine.
He does. Yeah, but that don't count.
We're
talking about him physically being here.
I think if Stan was still alive, they would have been dope if they would have played with him being the Watcher. Remember, he was the Watcher. I think it was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, the first Guardians film.
That would have been tight.
He was an astronaut talking to him.
Yeah, and it would have explained why he had all these different universal movies or whatever. That would have been tight, man.
Yeah, it would have been. If Stan Lee was in charge.
No.
Yes.
Wait, I don't know what just happened. I'll leave and come back.
Okay.
You see us? You don't see us? How this man go leave on his own stream? That's crazy.
I was about to say the host leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
He's letting the inmates run the asylum now.
Yeah, we got it. Don't let him back in, y'all. Don't let him back in.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Wake up.
We can't see you. We can hear you. But
don't hear it at all. It sounds weird.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Can't see you now.
We literally see we talking to a black box. Right now.
I see myself. You guys
there
can't
we
see
go.
me?
We see you.
Now we see you.
Now we can see you.
Okay.
It sounds like your internet's lagging. What it looks like.
He didn't pay his Wi-Fi bill.
Close
He
some
didn't pay his.
tabs.
He didn't pay his Wi-Fi bill. It's about to
I
go
got
off.
Sinners open.
Toronto internet.
Onzo said Toronto internet.
Thank you, Onzo.
Onzo.
Stan Lee playing the Watcher. Oh damn, it was important too. Who cares?
Dang, you forgot your train of thought too? Dang.
Yeah, it was something nice about Stan Lee. I forget though. Damn.
Oh, you was asking if Stan Lee
was in charge. Yeah, was in charge or something like that. You were saying.
You remember?
No, sorry.
We're talking about cameos.
Bro, you lit before your internet Wi-Fi started tripping. You said if Stan Lee was in charge, and then you start tripping.
And then
Yeah, what was I gonna say if he was in charge? What was I gonna say?
You have this trouble at 30s, in your 50s, boy, you're gonna be in trouble.
Everything would be crystal clean, comic accurate.
I think it was
with
this. I think
signs and everything.
So James Earl Jones has passed away, and if Stan Lee was just alive for a little bit longer, they would have signed him to the James Earl Jones deal. We got to use your likeness to create Darth Vader, and that's why Vader is preserved. Technology wasn't at that point in 2019, and he didn't sign one of them. But Stan Lee, I think, would have loved to posthumously appear in every Marvel movie. I don't think he would say, this is in bad taste to take a dead man. I think he'd say, oh, this is amazing. I get to live on past of my time.
Mm-hmm.
Excelsior.
You got to remember that dude. I mean, he was the man that made Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at Stan. He broke barriers, bro. Stan, he invented Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would have been tripping if they used his body while he was dead. You know?
But that's what I'm saying. I think they can always go on. I think his family wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, give me a piece. Just give me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wouldn't the next best thing be Deadpool?
You're right. If Deadpool has a cameo in every movie, you wouldn't have to explain it. He could be the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because he can break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could just be showing up. Yeah.
You know they were trying to make
Ryan Reynolds doesn't even have to come to work. He just got to have some guy in the suit.
But you know who they were trying to make Stan Lee for a while. Who knows? He was popping up in everybody's movie at one point.
You talking about Wong?
Wolverine.
Nah, they were trying to make Wong like Stan Lee. Remember, for one while he was popping up in every movie at the end.
Yeah, he's still gonna do that.
He kind of did with Shang-Chi and then She-Hulk, and
that's their guy, man. They like I forgot his name, but they like him.
His name
I think Wong is tight though.
Benedict Wong, right?
And
Yeah,
She-Hulk, they overused him. That was stupid in She-Hulk.
With Wong? No, I think the best part of She-Hulk was Wong. Wong and old girl, what's her name?
The best part of She-Hulk was Daredevil.
Nah,
I agree. I agree with that. I agree.
Get Daredevil out of here, man.
Daredevil was dope.
I'm not gonna lie. Y'all gonna clown me for this, but I thought it was dope when she went into Disney Plus and was going through the.
Yeah, get him out of here, man. Get Fatal out of here, man.
I think that it's a cool gimmick to do, but you don't do it on your final episode where everything's building up.
Yeah, Wong and Madison was the for me, Wong and Madison, man.
Yeah.
Daredevil
in that yellow and gold suit.
The suit was
iconic.
I did like the suit. The suit was
and that
dope,
fight scene in the hallway.
Yeah, the suit was hella cool, man.
The suit was dope. But they made him too goofy on the show. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
Yeah, the next day, the Walk of Shame, I didn't like that part. But all the action and
Walk
fight,
of Shame, just him just walking out, just like, yeah, I'm going.
To me, that killed everything prior to it, though. You know what I'm saying? He tried to redeem himself in that Echo first episode, but prior to all of that, with the Walk of Shame, I was like, get him out of here, man.
Danny said, "What's with this premarital intercourse? No fornication in my Disney. What are the kids watching?"
You're watching She-Hulk. What do you want? Quality writing? Come on.
Question number 20. What, Fatal?
I was just about to say, why was She-Hulk so thirsty?
Question number 26 of 33 burning Black Panther questions is
white woman, not white. She's a white woman.
Where did Stan Lee sit at the red carpet premiere when he was there? Did they give him the front row seat? They sat in. He said, "Oh, this is taking me back to the '60s." Except we're in the back.
He sat in the back. He sat in the back with a black fit. Nah, I'm tripping.
He sat somewhere close to the restroom.
He sat on the front row.
He had an aisle.
He didn't want to walk up the steps.
He was floating.
Good answer.
He had an aisle seat, so that way the paramedics would have easier access in case something happened.
The handicap row.
I think this is valid, bro. I don't think we're being disrespectful talking about a 90-year-old.
He was high.
He was
floating.
He was high.
My boy said the handicap row. They got a handicap row in the movies.
Yeah, they got they got the two seats, and then it'd be the open space for the chair.
That's where I always sit.
That's why I say that too, man. That's nobody around you, I'll be right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He was in the seat closest to the bathroom. That's what he was.
We got Jace joining. Hello.
What up,
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Jay-
How y'all doing?
My boy got the clean Don King.
I know,
Got
right?
the Don King.
Hey, sign me up for the next fight. Let's get this money done. Let's get this money.
I'm just gonna go more kid play, but yeah, the Don King look first.
You guys are lucky he knows who
Only
that
in
is.
America, baby. Only in America. Let's get this money done.
I feel like a Don King reference should have gone over his head, but he understood it.
Yeah, I understood the assignment.
Did he get the kid and play reference?
Yeah, I got it.
Nah, he ain't got the kid in play. He got the Don
he got the
King, where
Don
it's kind of,
King.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
that's that Don
When
King.
I have it cut, it's usually like the kid in play. So
Kid and play.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
He sat next to Samuel L. Jackson, and Sam asked, "Motherfucker, why I ain't
in the movie?
Why ain't in the movie?" We're
That's a good
asking
question.
about Stan Lee's premiere, his front row. Did Stan Lee show up to Black Panther, and where was he sitting when he went there?
I cannot answer this question.
Y'all want to know an interesting fact though? While we got this radio silence, a lot of people don't know this. The man, really the man that was behind Marvel was Kirby. It's just Stan Lee survived everybody.
And Steve Ditko.
Steve Ditko too, yeah. Yes, he was. I'm a hardcore comic book fan. Stan didn't invent all them characters, man. He didn't.
Well, again, it's not that he didn't invent them. It's that because of the system that they used,
The Marvel method.
the Marvel method was not really the Marvel method. It was their method because not many other people had the same trust level as Ditko and Kirby and other artists at the time. Where he went, here's a general plot. You guys fill out how you're going to draw the scene, and then Stan Lee goes, "Oh, okay. Here's the scene. Here's what I'm going to write for this scene." So it was a very collaborative system. But again,
But it was an art first system. The art dictated what the words were going to be. And that's not how I think any story should go. I think it's stupid.
Jada, let me ask you this question.
Right.
Just close your eyes and really think about it.
Okay.
In comic book world, who is most revered?
Stan Lee.
Jack Kirby or Stan Lee?
Again, we're talking Silver Age, but if you're talking the entire comic book thing,
The entire thing.
no.
See, you stuttering because you know the answer.
Well, no.
It's Jack Kirby.
Well, no, it's not Jack Kirby because Jack Kirby.
Everybody in comics worship Jack Kirby, bro. They worship Jack Kirby.
Hold on. 90% of the people have never even read a Jack Kirby comic book, but they go, "Oh,
Yes,
because
they
everybody."
have.
No, they
Yes,
haven't.
they have.
They have. I'm sorry, Fatal J. Not many people who say they read comics.
Do you know how much Jack Kirby contributed to MCU, the Marvel and DC? Stan Lee did contribute to DC.
Okay, and you're also talking about the artist that when he went to DC and did the New Gods, nobody cared. Okay, when Jack Kirby left Marvel and he ended up doing his own comics, nobody cared. Nobody cared. It was because he was doing the characters that Stan Lee created and thought up. And he did.
Nobody cares about Darkseid.
Ooh.
He didn't create Darkseid.
I thought he did. You made it sound like he did, Fatal J. I take back my ooh.
Denny O'Neil created Darkseid. He just drew him. Yeah, again,
who was the first person to draw Darkseid?
Draw Darkseid, but you hold on. Who's the person who created Darkseid? It wasn't Jack Kirby.
Sir.
I think creating the character and drawing the character first is the same thing.
Two different things. They're two different things.
But listen to me. When you see something and you like it, you're not thinking about the creation, the creator.
Well, that's your fault. That's your fault. Of course you have to give credit to the creator.
Answer my question, sir.
Okay.
In comic books, when you look at comic books as a whole, from Golden Age all the way to this point right here,
okay,
who is the most revered on the Marvel and DC side of the game?
Kirby.
Jack Kirby or Stan Lee?
Stan Lee. You know this.
I think he's more popular.
More
I
revered.
think personally,
Wouldn't
from the
Joe Simon and
from
Jack
the
Kirby come
entertainment
first?
aspect, I feel like Stan
Who
Lee
said
was the
that?
guy
Who said
because
that?
I feel like
Who just
me
said that?
from the
Now
entertainment
hold on.
aspect.
Go ahead, Jace. I ain't mean to cut you off.
For me, in my opinion, I think Stan Lee was more the face of the company. You know, he was more of, you saw him on TV, you saw him doing different appearances on late night shows. So for me, for the entertainment side, I feel like he had the most impact. But in terms of comics, to me, I say it comes down to Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and
Jack
plenty
Kirby.
others. You know,
When you really know about comics, the
Yeah,
people
I do.
outside looking, when people outside looking in, oh, it's Stan Lee. No, it's not. People
Joe
revere
Simon.
Jack Kirby over Stan Lee. Joe
Joe
Simon,
Simon and Jack Kirby.
yeah. Jack Kirby. I'm sorry, Jaded, but it's just
That's like saying the guy that created Superman, Schuster. Siegel,
Joe
yeah.
Siegel.
That's like saying nobody reveres them for what they did, or Bob Kane for that, or hell, I can even add what's his face, the guy that did Spawn.
Todd
McFarlane.
Marvin Goodman.
Marvin Goodman.
Okay, you're naming creators that created certain characters. I'm talking about the whole scope of comics. Jack Kirby contributed much more, and people revere him more.
Oh yes,
We're good on this Jack Kirby discussion. No more mentionings of Jack Kirby unless you send a super chat. And if you send a super chat, then I will be mentioning Jack Kirby.
Hey, Ray.
Yes, but Martin Goodman created
Money.
We thank you, Michael Nemo.
Timely comment.
Or not. Black Panther takes a lot from Lee Phelps, the Phantom from 30 years earlier, and adds a cultural richness. 30 years before 1966, there was a character called the Phantom.
I love the Phantom.
Oh, I don't know.
Bro,
What
you
that
never seen the Phantom movie? 90s?
With Billy Zane?
No.
He's in
That's
a
a
purple
dope
suit.
movie.
He's he's in the jungle. I forgot the name of the jungle
And
he was in.
the actress was the lead actress was Christy Swanson. She was real big in the 90s too. Matter of fact, you'll know who Christy Swanson when I say this. She was the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, really? That was the same actress. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, it's the same actress. Killmonger. I know you never seen it because you're young as freak.
Yeah, you need to check it out. It's
a dope one.
It's a pretty good movie. Billy Zane stars in it.
The Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, best death scene in a film ever.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Christy Swanson, she was awesome back in the 90s, man. She one of them people I would like to meet still, like at a Comic-Con or something.
Okay.
I feel like I've derailed this whole string. I feel like I derailed this whole string, and I'm absolutely sorry for doing that.
It's a guilty pleasure movie on Killmonger.
Earlier, there was a picture of this. What?
No, I was just gonna say, and this it's an actor in there. If Killmonger, you gonna watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
There's a character in there that you would never know that was Pee Wee Herman.
Yep, Pee Wee Herman played in there,
and he has the best death scene ever in a movie. I'm sorry, he stole that movie with that scene.
Yeah, didn't Rutger Hauer play in that too?
Who?
Rutger Hauer. Wasn't he the head vampire?
Rutger Hauer, I believe. Yes, I believe Rutger Hauer was. I remember.
I hope my audience of 24 people watching right now are like relating to all of this conversation about this 90s movie. Stan Lee was the carny ringmaster of Marvel for decades, and that's why folks prop him up as the main man behind their favorites. Catherine Zeta-Jones. I remember The Phantom, 1996. Happy Tuesday. Facts.
Perk, I got beef with you, sir. I told Perk my age, and he said I'm old as freak. Is 38 old? 38 is old?
You're fine. You're fine.
No.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good.
Michelle is 38 again.
There. 27. Who do you trust more with your date, Iron Man or Black Panther?
Iron Man.
Oh God.
I don't trust Black Panther with some of these women, thirsty women.
Black Panther, because Iron Man is flirty. Iron Man is too flirty.
Hold on. I have to answer. I hold on. I trust my date with both of them because she's a very loyal woman and she would never be anything other. So I trust her with both of them.
Got to get rid of the scroll. That wasn't Jada fanboy.
I don't trust mine because the way when every time Hugh Jackman take off his shirt in the Wolverine movies, my lady just be like this. I'm like, put your tongue back in your mouth.
You the accent, man.
I love your photo, your picture here. It says, define trust. Man. Black Panther freezes on dates. Good joke. Blue's House, who do you trust more with your date? Is it Iron Man or is it Black Panther?
Man. I'm about to go with just reading that comment, risk of disease. I'm about to go with Iron Man.
Wow.
Nakia, him, yeah, I'm about to go with Iron Man, though.
Well, hold on, just to clarify, is that before or after he gets Iron Man gets married?
I don't know what is. You're gonna have to ask. Yeah, what we talking about? What's
Jada, I'm saying the same thing because I'm thinking about that scene. Remember at the very beginning of Iron Man 1 when he was talking to that reporter,
Christine Everhart.
Within like 15 seconds, he had her. Right,
and people that didn't peep this, Jada, they didn't peep this part. After he finished smashing her, he acted like she wasn't even in the room. He went to go work on his toys. I'm like, this dude is cold.
And he was very thirsty for Black Widow too, buddy.
Yeah, he was.
You see, if it's before the marriage for both of these guys, if they're both unmarried men, you know Tony Stark is not going to be loyal. He's the warmonger that he is, right? So we know that we trust Black Panther. But if it's marriage, I think he was loyal to Pepper. Tony was loyal to Pepper. And I think that Black Panther is going to say monogamy is not something we practice here in Wakanda. And so when it's married, then you have to say that you trust him with Iron Man.
Until he met Storm.
I mean, he do got the whole Dora Milaje. You know what I'm saying? They hold sole purpose.
Black Panther and Storm.
I'm sorry. If he's dating Storm, he's not risking getting her pissed off. Okay.
I agree with that.
He is practicing monogamy once he gets Storm.
Whether he wants to or not.
Watch this though. I got something for you guys. I bet y'all never seen this before.
But hold on. Why am I trusting anybody with my date?
It's the rules. That's the question. You're out of town and you're like, hey, take care of my girl for this week. I have a conference. Just make sure that she's safe. She can be in your mansion. Do you want him in Black Panther's mansion or the Iron Man mansion?
You guys might be right about not trusting Black Panther with your woman because I remember I got this comic book right here. Let's just
Storm,
say,
ain't it?
Touching feet.
Let's just say Sue was really the play on the dark side. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
She ready to play with Namor too.
Hold on. This is Sue though. Sue was hitting.
God.
Sue was hitting on any guy that was that gave her a smile back. So please, it's Sue.
Doing my boy Reed dirty.
Reed. Oh yeah.
Reed's gonna have to go stretching for Sue.
Has his own country. That's an instant panty dropper. But Saudi Arabian princes and UAE princes just have anything they want. They'll find a girl on Instagram, click a button, and she's on the first flight over.
Yeah, but Brother Stark, Tony has nanotechnology, nanotech armor, so he could do whatever the hell he wants with that. So hey, there's a lot of bonuses with the extra.
He's also Doom.
Y'all got the same thing too. You got nanotech as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the Iron Man suit, he can like do whatever he wants with it.
I'm trusting my date with Cap. Neither one of them, man. Neither one.
Number 28. What did Okoye do to bond with the rhinos?
Wow.
I ain't answering that question.
Yeah, man. You trying to get us hemmed up.
Listen, it came over and then it stopped and it licked on her face That's a bond. She fed, she milked, she did everything for these rhinos.
Can we skip this one?
Yeah, can we please skip this question because I got a dirty ass mind.
It's gonna go left.
Yeah, you know, we're all. I think we're all kind of thinking the same thing. Like, oh, Okoye probably did something real dirty to those rhinos.
And one other person. One more person needs to tell me what she did. Someone in the live chat, please, because I'm not going to be the only one answering this. Jace, what did Okoye do?
Bro, what was you thinking when you wrote this? What was you thinking?
Whatever she did,
gave him a bottle.
Supposed to know.
Whatever she did, it's on her OnlyFans page.
Right next to Bo's. Her and Bo did it together.
So it'll be on YouTube in a few months.
Yeah. Part 2.
You think he'll put his OnlyFans part 2 on YouTube also?
I don't think there is a part 2.
You think he only did one OnlyFans video? I thought he did more tell-alls.
Look, if it was some more and I know we're getting away from the subject, but if it was some more tell-alls, we wouldn't have heard about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because as soon as that one dropped, we heard it the next day or the day of.
Oh, really? Wow, that fast.
You know,
so
he messed up by going to OnlyFans. I think recently he's been trying to like answer people on Twitter, and kind of just be more vocal with it, capitalizing on the Rob Liefeld stuff. What?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I'm a fan of S-Man 97, I think
97 is peak.
Yeah,
it's peak. But I think he did it, and I'm just gonna be honest with you because just based off just watching that whole video, he said a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, a whole lot. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. You're talking about Butte DeMayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
I'm just and Bo, if you watching, I'm sorry, bro. You said a lot of nothing.
I don't trust him, but chill. You know, I ain't trust him from the jump. I just don't trust him.
I mean, look, I'll say this about Butte DeMayo. If he's guilty, absolutely get him the hell out of there. But if he's innocent,
but I mean, what is he guilty of? Is he
Right.
guilty of the OnlyFans? It is just the OnlyFans, right?
Well, no. It's just the things of what happened, while working on X-Men 97.
Oh, like flirting with the coworkers and stuff.
Yeah, that. Like if
because they said that picture of him where he dressed up as Cyclops.
I don't think that's I don't think that's what got him fired, or because it was like an email came because he posted that on Instagram. I'm like, that don't even. But I mean, with the stuff that he started saying, I was like, some of the stuff he said was believable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I saw a video of him drunk with some friends. I said, yeah, Bo looked like he was touching people. He just looked like.
Yeah.
Drunk the way he was drunk at that whatever that little party was that his friend posted up. I said, oh yeah, Bo was out here.
Yeah. Oh, look, all I'll say is
Blue.
this. Oh, sorry.
I've come a long way from our first times. Me and you were talking about it with Sean, and I'm not so Bo DeMayo waving the flag banner. I'll wait for this one. It's been a little bit of time. He said a whole lot of nothing, like Fatal J said. So
He said a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
like, I'm not rooting against you. I'm not going to be part of your downfall.
Yeah, I'm not rooting against him.
Yeah, I ain't rooting against him. It's just
Right.
It just from the jump, nothing sounded right to me. And I'm not trying to justify Marvel because I think Marvel is on some bullshit too. But
yeah,
Bo, I think he was
I
right
mean,
there
hey,
being complicit with all the
Marvel
shit.
kind of on the BS because I mean, look at Feige bringing back the guy who played as Kamala's father and all the stuff that came out about him with the DMs about DMing that minor and
look at James Gunn. Marvel brought back James Gunn.
Yeah, well,
look at all that false stuff.
I'll say this about James Gunn. It's like, look, I'm in the middle with James Gunn. It's like, look, if what he was accused, I mean, sure, he said a lot of heinous shit, and absolutely, I disavow a lot of what he said. But it's like with a lot of what James Gunn is accused of, it's like, look, I gotta see it to really get an understanding of like if James Gunn really is like sus. But it's like
they got the tweets. The tweets all over the internet.
Oh no, like the tweets, absolutely, the tweets were fucked. I'll say that right now. They were messed up, but it's just like I'm talking like all the other stuff that he's like getting accused of, like stuff like the Snyder cult would say about him, like, oh, he's this and that. It's like I need to see proof of that. It's like,
well, that's just the cult talking, so they gonna make up lies. But
They're delusional.
He got like 50 or 60 tweets, disgusting tweets.
Oh yeah, I know that I absolutely agree with. It's just like all the other stuff that he's accused of. It's just like, look, I'm gonna wait and see if that's true. Then okay, but it's like right now it's just like look, it's like we don't know, and we may never know unless the Epstein and Diddy files drop.
No, I don't think we'll ever know. We won't ever know.
But who knows? Who knows with James Gunn? But we'll see. I trust James Gunn though. I trust him.
I got my answer. She gave the rhinos treats. That's how Okoye warmed up to these beasts.
Absolutely right. She gave him some
Why'd you
Okoye
do that?
treats.
Oh my god.
Scooby snacks.
29. Jaded fanboy, you got so much to say. Do phone numbers in Wakanda have area codes?
Why? Why would they need area codes?
Why do phone numbers have area codes here, dummy?
It's huge. You're talking about huge expanses of land. So,
So now you're saying that there are not enough phone numbers. There's not enough 7-digit numbers in Wakanda to warrant an area code. So you're saying there's less than 1 million people.
I think you can get more than 1 million phone numbers out of 7 digits.
You're right. It's 99 million. That would be 99 million.
Bro, why would they have area codes when they got like the most future tech known to man?
No, but I'm saying like 7-digit numbers. Like, are there enough people to use 7 digits? And I'm thinking, yeah, sure, there would be.
Didn't they communicate with the beads?
They don't even have phones.
They don't have phones.
I think they got phones. I don't think everybody got beads. They got phones.
Everybody.
Okay, that's funny we on this topic because I've been thinking about this for a long time. Wakanda look so janky in Wakanda Forever. Bro, I'm thinking Wakanda's supposed to be.
Oh God, I wish I had.
I'm thinking it was supposed to be like on the Jetsons level of how the world supposed to look.
Yeah.
Why is they living in huts and stuff still?
Because the way it's explained is even though they are technologically advanced, they still, look back at the past. That's just how they mesh the past with the future or with the present.
Oh, okay.
That's just how Wakanda. That's how Wakanda is.
There's a social structure. It's like not everybody's.
Okay. And
I'm talking about mud huts. Mud huts are good for insulation, and there's some cultures who don't want to leave using those or have returned to using mud to build these homes because they work better in the heat.
Well, I don't know what Chill is saying, but I agree. All I'm saying is it's poor, it's still classism in Wakanda. It's still poor people.
That's the word I was looking.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. In my mind, I'm thinking Wakanda is supposed to look like how Tron Legacy look. How futuristic
you thought it was.
I'm thinking Wakanda supposed to be like Tron Legacy.
No, see, the border tribe didn't live as well as the other ones. They had the goats and
you
just like in Baku's tribe in the comics. They they live up in the mountains.
That's right.
They don't have all the technology and stuff like that. They don't even believe in technology.
In Wakanda Forever, they were in a cave.
Yeah, they were in a cave.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Anyone else?
He said those were the ghetto parts of Wakanda. East side. That was East side Wakanda.
Hold on, wait. Is there a Martin Luther King drive in Wakanda?
What'd you say?
We don't know what he was gonna say.
Thank you, Chill. Thank you.
Hey, you brought up East side. Come on.
You guys want something ridiculous? Jace.
What you got?
Number 30, Jace.
All right.
Read it.
Now that's a funny one, bro.
Wait,
you got.
Why are you making Jace read it though? I don't like that, man. I don't. Get rid of. You got to get rid of yourself.
You got to be real hungry to take some food from that lip plate. Down bad.
Why you doing that to Jace, man?
I want to ask this question though. I know that's African culture, but was Plate Guy really needed? Was he really needed in the movie?
No.
Oh my God, is that what it looks like without the plate? The one in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How do you think it looks?
You should see the ladies that have all the rings around their necks.
Yeah, the ones are like huge.
They do that in China too.
Yeah, and
they break their feet in China, man, to get in them little small ass shoes. They break their feet.
They sure do.
Yeah, they do.
Man.
I always had this question though: was Plate Guy real? Was that a real guy with a plate this lip?
Yeah, that's a real dude. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Real dude.
One thing they might look like that. It could be a lot of zeros in that paycheck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me ask you, this is another question. Okay, Plate Guy. Is that like mean like when we wear chains? Do that show like status?
It's a grill, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like the head. He was the head of that tribe. Was he the head of the tribe?
Yeah, he was the head
of the border tribe.
River tribe.
He was on the council. He was on the council of
I thought he was on a border tribe. Wasn't he Black Panther's friend?
That was Wakabi's border tribe, right?
Wakabi's mountain tribe.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Wakabi is border tribe. Baku is from the mountain, and but it was river. He was next to Nakia. He was the river tribe.
No. He was next. Yeah, you're right.
Which one was Kamaru Usman in?
The guy in the blue was next to old boy off of Get Out.
Chill for $500. Would you eat oatmeal off that plate while it's still on his lip?
We have the most
for
unlady.
$500.
No, I would not do it at all for anything. I'm good. I'm not that
hungry. $1 million.
$1 million to eat oatmeal off his lip and on the plate.
I'd be like, where's the spoon? Where's the spoon at right now?
Nah, spoon, fork.
Hey.
Let me wipe the plate down first.
Daddy, I'm right there with you. Where's the oatmeal? Can I get some milk too?
Where is the spoon? Where is the fork? Where is the straw?
Let me at least wipe the lip plate off first. At least let me. Can I do that?
Rhea, you thought I respected you, but you just joined the live stream.
I mean, when you're trying to clean someone's little lip plate, you got to make sure that you're hurting me. Stop it.
Oatmeal, no. Grits, maybe. They better not have sugar in them.
You eat some grits off the lip plate? That's crazy.
I use some of that $1 million to pay the hospital bill.
See, I put sugar on my grits, so it's still the same.
Sugar in the grits.
Yeah.
Oof. No, it's an ongoing debate, very contentious.
See, I don't think it's a money thing. I think if it's to save people's lives, we got to reverse Thanos' snap. Eat off the plate. All right, what's on the menu?
There's gonna be some dead mofos. My bad, Joe.
Thanos didn't kill half the universe for us to be eaten off a lip plate.
Eating off the
The whole point was to save resources for the rest of us.
Well, yeah, that part is true, but
because if you do that, then I don't have to eat it off the lip plate. I'm good. I can have my own.
Do he have a plate?
Oh, you eat off your own lip plate?
Yeah, I eat off my own lip plate. Then I'm good.
I like to see that sucker eat.
What if it was for the soul stone? You have to eat off the lip plate.
Oh.
Who eats oatmeal
to get the
off
soul
the plate,
stone?
I guess everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die.
Everybody gonna take up like, nah, I just jump off.
Beetle J, when you said 500, I said yes. I didn't even wait.
You'll eat off the plate for $500?
Why not?
Jaded fanboy easy like Sunday morning, man. He good.
I think you know what, bro. I don't really degraded myself because I think I'll do it for $500 too.
I don't lose.
Maybe not 500, but 5,000 is done.
Daddy, if you really needed that 500, you wouldn't do it.
If I need it, but I'm saying for my bare minimum, 5,000, it would be no. I wouldn't have to think twice. I'd be like, hey, where's the fork? Where's the spoon? Let's go.
Fatal J, the things I've done for free, eating off a lip plate for 500 ain't much.
Don't tell us, please. Don't tell us.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to question number 31. Question 31. Hey, it's a tearjerker. It's what happened after this scene. I'll try not to get flagged, everybody. I'm not supposed to show too much of it, but it was when they were up in Wakanda. They started looking over, and she's like, I thought you meant we're going to come to Disneyland or Coachella. And then he goes, this is where our uncle died. Baba killed him. And she's like, oh, good, they're tearing it down. And He says this is our new outreach. Here, I think I should play a little bit of it.
You will spearhead the science and information exchange.
You're kidding.
Yeah?
Oh my God. Man, what the hell is that? That's like a Bugatti
Oh, you better stop.
spaceship.
You know you
Oh,
can get
yeah.
flagged.
No,
Bro.
it
It's
is.
too much you done played.
Yeah, he gonna get and Marvel is generous to a point.
Yeah.
Hey man, let me tell you something while you playing this. Look, man, I was born and raised in the hood, and I work around a lot of children. I can tell you exactly what happened. First off, the kids asked to ride in the ship, and 2, they asked him for some money. I'm just keeping it real. Hey man, can we borrow some money?
That's what they said. They said it's an let's put it on eBay. It's a Bugatti spaceship.
Yeah, that's the hood. What can we do to make money off this?
And they asked, did he have any games on his phone?
This yours? Who are you?
The question
that
is,
wasn't a real scene. I know hood children. They not gonna ask who are you. Can
No,
I
they
get
not.
something? Can I get something?
I mean, hey, he's not wrong about that.
They stripped it for parts. That's what happened after this scene. They stripped it for parts.
I've never seen a hood kid say, "Who are you?"
Yeah, they gonna ask where you from. Where you from? Where you
Yeah,
from?
where
Is probably
you
about
from?
yeah, where you from is what they're gonna ask.
when
Ain't
he
from
said,
around here.
"Who are you?" and looked up at him, and the violins played. What happened after that? Aside from everyone in the audience crying because, oh my God, there's an inspirational character who's going to be here for decades, and this is going to be great. Just like Superman is going to be a black one, though. Why are you smiling like that?
God, no.
That was a tearjerker scene.
That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened. This is how it happened and played in history like that. So what do you guys think happened? Like, you think that he met the boy? You think he remembered his name, remembered his birthday? What do you think what T'Challa said to the boy right afterwards? I am the king of the most powerful nation, young man. Like, where is that
He
kid?
gave a long speech too, long speech, and made that kid turn about face and walk away like, man, this dude tripping.
Did he let them wear kimoyo beads?
He said, "I'm the real 500." He said, "I'm the real 500-pound gorilla." That's what he said.
They uncle or their daddy showed up and said, "Get the hell away from my damn kids." Is what happened.
I'm telling you, they asked him about the spaceship, bro. They asked him, "Can we get in that? Can we see it? You got some money, sir? I want some money. Can you buy me a PlayStation 5 and a cell phone?"
And that was in Oakland too. They got him for that ship. They got him for that ship, man.
That's what I'm saying. When they looked around and saw, "Sir, can you buy me a PS5? Can you buy me a cell phone?"
What are they gonna do to the Black Panther?
What was the question again?
The question was, what happened after this scene?
The movie ended.
No, what happened in the camera stopped rolling? That was the movie, right? But like the characters are still there. Shuri's still talking to all 9 of those guys. There's that one kid talking to Black Panther. He just finished telling him, "You're gonna do the science research department." What do you think? What came of that? We didn't see those 3 buildings that he bought in the neighborhood.
Haitian, and that's where T'Challa Jr. was created. That's what happened.
Yeah, Nakia showed up. That was it. Done deal.
Look what you did, Nate Moore.
T'Challa just walked away after that. He's like, "You don't know who I am." He just walked away.
No, you want to know what really happened? They panned the damn Namor. He was off in the cut chilling, watching the whole thing go down, and that's why he was all mad and pissed off at the damn Wakanda.
I'm gonna tell you what really happened. After them kids was done begging to T'Challa, T'Challa would pull the Michael Jordan and said, "F these kids, man."
That's not what the greatest black superhero did. Nope.
F these kids.
F these
He played basketball with them and dunked on their ass.
He asked him where his mama was. Where's your mama at, man?
Yeah, he did play basketball. It was the first time T'Challa ever played this game, and he was able to dunk. He said, "It is much more efficient if you just leap and dunk with 2 hands." That's what he said. and they're
He
like,
was
"Whoa,
teaching
you
him how
dunk
to
too?"
crossover and shit.
Yeah. Maybe not the crossover, but he definitely slam dunk. He can jump. Yeah.
And then he would have said, "These 3-pointer shots suck."
Why would he say the 3-pointer shots suck? They're in the Bay Area. That's Steph Curry land.
Bro, wouldn't that be dope though to like have all the Black Marvel characters play basketball together?
It's probably a comic book doing that somewhere.
Like Miles Morales, Black Panther, like have them all on a squad versus another team.
In the olden days, they played baseball. They didn't do basketball.
Yeah, I could see Falcon just trash at basketball. Sam is horrible. Just the way he just talk, he just sounds like he's just horrible at basketball.
It's 1v1 for the Bugatti spaceship. When you gonna come save our neighbor? Kids tried spitting game to Shuri while T'Challa tried to teach them soccer. What happened is Nate. Oh, I don't want to read this. What happened is Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler had a 5-minute conversation, and T'Challa was no more.
No more.
You guys are such party poopers, bro.
We're gonna predict the future, guys.
How many of these last few questions were related to the sequel? Huh? These are all Black Panther from the ones that Chadwick Boseman played. Number 31 is over. Number
the
32.
only one that matters.
The only ones that matters. Rhea, what does success look like for Black Panther 3?
Oh boy.
Okay, so like, if I'm thinking just like financial success,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to work in some sort of like mutant angle in there. I'm certain it's gonna be within the mutant saga, so that's a given. Denzel in it. A lot of folks are kind of obviously speculating on what he's going to be. I would love to see him as an antagonist, a villain. I know y'all have speculated on what villain or antagonist he could be. And then other folks are saying that he could be Magneto too. So that would be like a cool ass, like,
oh no, I'm begging
like,
you, please. No.
I'm just thinking of like, okay, what would be like so fire? Everyone will like run to the theaters and like throw money to just go see this. And I'm just like, yeah, like, we need some like spectacle, we need some name brand people to show up on screen and to like kind of like be the heralds of like Silver Surfer for Black Panther, to like pop up back on screen. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, it has to be a moment. It has to, like show up and show out. So there's got to be name brands in there. There's got to be a spectacle, and there's got to be like, like the king has returned, moment. So everyone has to pull up,
Yeah, see, I agree. There has to be name brands. The name is T'Challa. That's all that needs to be successful. Without that, good luck. Danny, who looks like he's fallen asleep because he knew where I was going to.
So I'm listening. I think I'm with you. I want Hodges to come back there, and I think he's going to revitalize it and bring energy into it. And I think if they go with that route, I would definitely incorporate Doom into it. Somehow pull a Fantastic Four that's upcoming and go from there.
If you guys weren't here earlier in the stream, rewind to the beginning where we talked all about Aldis Hodge and the new news about Aldis Hodge as Black Panther.
I would have never caught that without seeing your post on Twitter. That was pretty dope. That made me think something is brewing. That's just me though.
I missed it. Yeah, I have to go look it up on your feed.
On his side, actually, I can pull it back up because the same people who were watching 3 hours ago are not the same people watching now. So I'll find it on my Twitter. I tweeted it out, and it was something that huh?
He meant by the algorithm.
What if he's Black Panther from the Fox universe? Because they had the canceled Fantastic Four.
No, I would take that.
It'll be Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, you got a point too, because that's what Snipes wanted to do first before Black Panther. Wesley Snipes was before his time, man.
Listen up.
What do you think about Aldis Hodge as Black Panther?
I should actually tell you who Ben Watkins is. He wrote the Cross TV show.
I talked to Al.
Bald-headed guy.
We have not spoken about this out loud, actually. Almost like we don't want to jinx it, but I 100% agree. I 100% agree. To me, and this feeling, we all know it when it's happening, is when somebody who's sort of been bubbling for a long time, you've been appreciating them, you've been tracking them, you've been saying, oh, he's always good. Every time I see him, he's good. Or she always had that little spark. As soon as they blow up, you can see when they're on that brink. And then when it happens to the right people, it's so satisfying because you are happy for them, but you've also, it's sort of like you've been waiting for this moment. And for me, Aldis Hodge, him stepping into a role like, T'Challa would be, really that sort of symbolic shout out, broadcasting to the world that this is his time.
That's crazy. He said T'Challa.
Bro, yeah, that's a mic drop moment. Hey. You don't just wistfully throw those names in the air.
You're seeing somebody at the height of their power.
Yep.
You're seeing someone who is physically embodying things that most people can't. You're seeing somebody that's exuding charisma.
Who's talking?
But he's also
the guy is talking. You got him playing.
I thought someone else was
talking. You tripping?
I didn't play it though. I paused it and I put my finger down.
You played it. We wasn't nobody else playing it.
But I didn't intentionally play it. Twitter just played it by itself. It wasn't me.
Yeah, it can do that sometimes. Trust me. Like when you pause it and you think you're gone, but it's playing again. It's like, damn it, come on.
I think something is brewing. It's just me.
Went from DJ Ren to T'Challa.
To T'Challa.
But he's actually a child star. Go back and watch Big Mama Haas, the first one.
Die Hard 2.
He was in that movie. He's
I remember him.
Yeah.
Well, you think Van Lathan is Bun B, and what is that? Lindsay? Who's the other one?
I was talking about the two hosts, and yeah, that was a bad joke. Sorry.
That was a bad joke. Yeah.
For a minute, I thought you were legit. I was like, that does not look like Zendaya. Is that Zendaya?
Nah, that ain't Zendaya.
Dramac has Toussaint. Effa Toussaint, not the actor. He's adorable. The character is a terrible choice. Yeah, you got to say that. Just you don't want them to go like, oh, like you're making fun of a child. No, we don't like the character, and the character isn't.
Wait, we can't make fun of kids.
And the character isn't too young to play T'Challa.
Boy, Blue, you
the character
on a hard ball.
The character isn't T'Challa. The problem isn't that he's young. Next question on 33 Burning MCU.
Hold on, let's take this. That one question you said was good.
Okay, go ahead.
What about not making fun of kids?
Yes.
Nah,
you're on a different level.
I never push recast to the side, but let's just push it to the side. This movie is already starting off good.
Yeah.
Because we got Denzel Washington as a villain.
Yeah.
And I really believe we saw Denzel at his best in Training Day when he was a villain. So if he give us
Gladiator?
Absolutely.
If he give us that same fire as those two movies, it's on to a right start.
Okay, so hold on. You're going to compare him in Training Day to him in American Gangster?
American Gangster, he was amazing too.
I forgot about American Gangster. Yeah, that too.
I'm sorry. I liked him in Training Day, but I'm saying he was great in American Gangster.
You cooking? Don't get me wrong, because he was a dope villain in that too. He was a dope villain, You know when he took the guy and threw him in the piano and started slamming that piano on top of him. I said,
my favorite was when he took down Idris Elba's character in the middle of the street.
Oh, yeah, in the street.
Yeah.
You gonna do shoot me? Yeah, fuck you, shoot.
Hey, he killed Idris Elba in broad daylight. That was the first time I ever seen Idris Elba.
And zero fear of any.
That was the first time you seen Idris Elba?
That was the first time I ever saw him ever.
You ain't seen him in Thor?
Yeah, when he in the Wire?
He was in Thor before that. You ain't seen him in the Wire?
Yeah.
That's right. He was the lawyer in the Wire, wasn't he? Wasn't he the lawyer?
He was Trigger Bell.
Yeah.
Dang, I did forget about the Wire.
Yeah, he's a big time drug dealer.
Yeah.
The road to wisdom. What is the road to success for Black Panther 3?
They gotta recast. Now it's time. They gotta be smart. They gotta listen to the fans. The fans want Idris Elba. And I'm gonna always go back to this. Star Wars messed up because 2 or 3 years ago they had the fans back with the Luke Skywalker moment, and they let that go away. Right now, the fans are clamoring for Mr. Hodge. He wants to do it. He's young enough to do it, so they should listen to the fans. and get back on track. If they let this slip through their fingers, I don't know whether they're going to be able to get the same momentum they had in the first 3 phases.
100%. Applause. Let's go. Darkness Under the Wind.
Okay, so I'll say this about Black Panther 3. So the success for Black Panther 3, I think could look good depending on when this takes place, whether this takes place before or after Avengers Secret Wars, which from what it's looking like, it looks like this is going to take place after Secret Wars because of everything that's been going on over at Marvel Studios.
That's almost a certainty.
Yeah. I'm saying that especially because it's like look what's going on with like Armor Wars, for example. That's getting like kind of pushed back to the barn burner. It's like who knows what's going to happen with that. So they're likely going to be doing that post Secret Wars. Same with a couple other projects. I forgot how many other projects they're pushing back, but they're pushing back a bunch of other projects.
Just the black ones like Blade, like Armor Wars.
Wow.
The way how you said just the black ones.
Right.
Oh wow,
Right.
Okay. I mean, he is right about that, but I'm just like, oh wow, okay. But I think the success for Black Panther 3, especially if this very likely is going to be taking place post Secret Wars in the Mutant Saga, they have to recast. They got to bring in someone to play the role of T'Challa, like Aldis Hodge, for example, which I am all for, like I said earlier. But especially as well, Denzel Washington as a villain. I think he's going to be great because especially coming off of like one of the most recent films he was in, which was Gladiator 2. He was phenomenal in that role, by the way. I really think that Black Panther 3 has the potential to not only make good numbers with money, but also tell a good story if they recast T'Challa, and especially recasting T'Challa if this really does take place after Secret Wars, which I think it will. So
the Denzel thing is Denzel's scary to me because I know he's going to come with an extra few million that the movie wouldn't have made otherwise, but they're going to be not using T'Challa and they'll use Toussaint. And does the Denzel factor make them enough money to go, okay, not our best franchise, but we could definitely make more Black Panther with this?
I think Denzel is a plus for another reason too. I think Denzel does well in the China market.
Yeah.
The first Black Panther didn't do well because I don't think Bowman was a big enough star. Denzel has a lot of global appeal, and I think that will help them too if they choose to go with the Toussaint route. But it's a plus, and I agree with what Fado said. They're starting off right. This continue.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of a plus of Denzel is. His movies, he don't have like blockbuster movies. You know what I'm saying? He does well, but he's not. I don't know a Denzel movie that's probably did over 500. I don't think he's ever had.
But that's great.
Denzel stretches over different demographics.
Yeah, he does. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I think the same people who are coming to see Black Panther, the same people come to see Denzel. So I don't think he adds an extra element. That's all I'm saying. I don't think
he do,
extra
Blue.
people to the.
He's gonna bring in more females than any other because they're thirsty, just like the Jason Momoa effect. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why Aquaman made $1 billion because females were thirsty.
Danny,
this ain't Denzel from the 90s though. This is 70s.
He still got that same older sex appeal though.
No, but Danny got a point because I think Denzel will bring in those non-MCU black fans.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of black people say, "Oh, Denzel in it. I'm watching it." You know. Yep. So I think Danny is right. What did Gladiator do? That's a good question.
400.
Gladiator did what? Two? No, I don't think it did. I think it did like two something, right?
But name a bad Denzel Washington movie. Maybe my bad. Maybe it did. Name one that you wouldn't go see a second time. I can't
say that again, Danny.
Name a very bad Denzel Washington movie.
You can't.
Two Guns.
Eli.
The book Eli. Are you crazy?
Oh, I did not like that. Sorry.
You're the only one on the panel.
Oh, really? You guys don't like
Mark Wahlberg.
What was it? Say it again, Blue.
Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But
Virtuosity.
No, Virtuosity was straight.
No, Virtuosity was dope. With Russell Crowe, that was fire.
It's a cult classic, but no. Have you watched it lately?
Oh, I know it aged bad.
Let's get off Denzel Washington right now. Let's get off Denzel Washington. The question was asked. Everyone except Jace gave me a good answer. Jace?
Okay, so for Black Panther to be a success, obviously they got to recast T'Challa. Like, that's a given. But the story has to be strong because you could do a recast, you could do all these things, but if the story isn't strong and compelling enough for the audience, what do you got? You just have another movie.
I agree.
Let me ask a what if, and then I'm done
Superman
talking.
4 to Return of Superman was not very good.
Let me ask a what if question.
Yeah.
This is what if, and I'm not standing behind this, but this is a what if. Let's just say Black Panther 3. It has Denzel Washington as the villain, and it has Robert Downey Jr. as the villain as well. And they don't recast. You got Baby T'Challa. Will Black Panther 3 still be successful?
Change your question. You just called that kid something that I don't want to call him.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. I think if the script is strong, Fatal, it could do well. If the script is not strong, then it's going to reinforce individuals like Killmonger and other people that with the recast mantle. That's just going to make them dig in even more. But if the script is correct, let's say hypothetically they give him not Mr. Hodge as an older version of Tucson, but somebody else, and that particular actor kills it. With along with those two, that's a lot of help. Robert Downey Jr. is going to pull a certain demographic. Denzel Washington going to pull a certain demographic, and if it's a good script, I think it can be successful.
I'm more with Blue, where I don't see what you were talking about, the global appeal of Denzel and how he'll bring in these dollars. I don't see him bringing that many extra dollars because we are talking about movies that are supposed to be grossing $1 billion, and Denzel will bring in a solid 30 million.
The one point I'm making on that, Chill, is I said China did not do well in Black Panther did not do well in China.
It grossed 100 million.
Okay, I'm saying I think Denzel is a more acceptable black person in China than Chadwick Boseman was.
So how much more million does he get because he's in the movie?
Maybe 200, 250. That's going to help.
What? I agree. I agree.
I definitely think internationally for sure. Yeah, like y'all have mentioned, Denzel's like got that international appeal that's like timeless, like Tom Cruise, or not everyone in the States might care about a Tom Cruise movie, but he's still got that like legacy name brand, IP like Denzel does. So I would say Denzel is probably stronger. Yeah, because he's intergenerational. Like I don't know if like Cruise has the same appeal, but anyway, that's another thing, international and cross-generational appeal.
I'm still on Gladiator's page, and I'm looking at China.
But chill, let me tell you this. If Denzel Washington was in Wakanda Forever, I guarantee he would have made $1 billion. He would have made that 150 or that 160. I guarantee you.
What was it?
It made like 860, if I'm not mistaken.
Denzel
Washington there with a good Denzel Washington appearance there alone, I think would have got it past the $1 billion mark.
On Wakanda Forever?
Yes.
No,
it was only $106 million for making $1 billion.
No,
he doesn't bring in that much. He brings in something, but not that much.
What did Denzel do in this last Equalizer? Because that was like his highest.
That's a whole different concept, y'all. Marvel.
I can only go by the numbers that he.
Okay, what I'm saying, Denzel by himself is not stronger than the whole MCU. This is not. There's no actor by themselves.
I think a lot of the MCU fans are already Denzel fans, so they overlap. So I don't think it's going to be an extra. You saying an extra 100 to what'd you say, 100, 200 million? That's a lot of tickets being sold. That's a lot.
Equalizer 3 only grossed 191. I'm saying only because you're acting like Denzel brings that audience.
How much did it make?
It grossed 191 million.
I mean, how much did it cost to make the movie?
I understand.
It was cheaply, produced. That's not the point. I don't think the point is the production of it. It's just the ticket sales overall.
Take Denzel out of the Equalizer. Do you think we'd have made 100-something million?
Depends on who it is.
I think Denzel has appeal. I'm not saying he doesn't have appeal. I just think that the same people who are showing up for Black Panther are the same people who show up for Denzel. So it's overlap. That's all.
I'm just like, why is it that we're leaning so much on Denzel to be like, you know, the ticket seller? Because like my point earlier was the ensemble cast, you know, as much as we want this to be a Black Panther film, we know there's going to be like a bunch of, you know, cameos and character moments, and, you know, people that, you know, are going to have to like share that he's going to have to share the spotlight with, whether or not he's recast or not. So I was approaching it as like, oh, it's going to be in the mutant phase. So like, yeah, there's probably going to be some more cameos, like even with like Multiverse of Madness, that was just, you know, like a cameo smorgasbord. Like we can't say that like people showed up just to see Patrick Stewart as Professor X. That's like kind of a similar thing as what I'm saying that I'm hearing here. Yeah, so like
I agree with you too.
Sometimes an actor and actress get hot. You can't sit here and tell me that without Jason Momoa, Aquaman ain't making $1 billion.
No, I mean I agree with that, and
that's the
Jason
same
Momoa
concept.
coming in as but he's the lead too, right? So Jason Momoa is the lead. We already got him in Justice League and all these other things. We see him. They built him up for a certain thing. It makes $1 billion. Cool, right? What happened the second time around? Didn't make $1 billion. Now we can attribute that to probably the Snyderverse being dead, and they already, you know what I'm saying, moving on to something else, things of that nature. But I don't think Jason Momoa commands $1 billion. I just think that got hot that one time.
I think it's the same concept, like a concert. There's some people on the bill you ain't going to see, but okay, Redman gonna be there. Method Man, those are my two favorite. They're gonna be there. They're gonna pull a certain crowd. That's why certain artists are paired with other people, because it's gonna pull a bigger crowd. If they're different. Like if I'm, and I know we got to move on, but if I'm a rapper and I want to get an R&B crowd to come to my concert, then I would get an R&B singer or something like that. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the same demo that's coming to a Black Panther film is the same demo that's going to show up to a Denzel film anyway. It's the same demo. So there's really no difference. I'm pointing is I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying I think he's going to bring a little bit more. I think his star power is going to pull on a little bit more.
Okay.
Everyone, thanks for being here. It's the final question of 33 burning Black Panther questions. Longer.
All right, final question. Let's see what this is all about.
I don't get to answer the
question. Go ahead, the final question. The 33rd question, wasn't it?
Jaded fanboy, I apologize. What does success look like for Black Panther 3?
I think for Black Panther 3 is they make it that it's a tentpole movie, and that it's something has to happen that's actually relevant to the MCU that you have to watch. It was like why everybody had to go watch Captain Marvel. Everybody was told you have to watch Captain Marvel because something's going to happen in between the two movies, and yes, they can recast T'Challa, they can have Denzel Washington as the villain, but unless and you can have all the cameos you want, it's irrelevant unless the story actually has a basis to what. Like if whatever happens in Black Panther 3 is what leads to Secret Wars, that's a success. Because if it's
but
just
that's not coming before Secret Wars. Secret Wars will happen first.
Right. Okay. So if something happens after, you know, like you have to have it. Success for Black Panther 3 is it needs to have a tentpole movie storyline that's actually integral to the MCU lore.
I don't think that's true, because the last Spider-Man wasn't a tentpole. It got a lot of its success because of cameo appearances. We saw the 3 different Spider-Mans. They didn't drive anything.
And I don't think Black Panther is going to be a success because of that. Because with Spider-Man, you had those 3 very big Spider-Mans. You had the big, you know, already iconic supervillains. So it wasn't that it was just cameos. It was specific certain type of cameos. Black Panther doesn't have that. Black Panther doesn't have,
and that's what made Black Panther dope. It didn't need cameos to hit $1 billion.
Right. And what I'm saying is, for it to be a success, it needs to rely on being a tentpole movie of the MCU storyline.
Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
It'll be marketed as Black Panther 3, but it'll be after the soft reboot and a new Black Panther, unless they mess it up. and they continue with Toussaint, and that's my answer. It's just
Jada. What you mean is Oh, sorry, Jada. What you mean is
you're not sorry if you kept talking.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, I'm sorry about that. But kind of like how they put Captain Marvel in between Endgame and Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, they were going, oh, you have to watch this, otherwise you're going to miss something important. That's what they need to do with Black Panther 3. Sorry.
Yeah, give Secret Wars the post-credit scene. I got it. And I think that makes sense to me. And it would be such a ripoff because, damn, you guys advertised the death of Chadwick Boseman just to make money for the second movie. And now you're doing another trick to get money for the third movie. And while it's not going to be super profitable, it'll just fail less, I think. I just need to tell them.
Gonna do 900 instead of 8.
I don't think they make 900 million no matter what they do, but that's just me. Thanks for coming and looking for my opinions, everybody. I'm chill. That's Jace the Don. That's the road to wisdom.
We missing one? Did I miss one? We missing a question. That was 32.
No,
Yeah, that was number
the last
32.
question.
Where's 33?
I forgot. Question 33. Are there vibranium vibrators?
Oh,
oh my God.
Yes.
Question 33. Yes. Why is a grown-up Toussaint acceptable or unacceptable substitute for T'Challa? How about CJH? I didn't hear you in a minute. You still there, CJH?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. Give me an answer. Why growing up the boy that Nakia raised in Haiti, who we don't even know was related to this king, why is he acceptable or unacceptable?
I think with the reboot coming, it might not be.
Might not be acceptable? Like you think because you guys are rebooting, how you guys not going to also give us T'Challa?
Yeah, I think the reboot kind of changes everything in a way.
I got you.
That's a good point, man. I thought about that too. I thought about that. If they're doing a whole universal reboot, soft or hard, however they want to do it, pause. Why not just go ahead and do the whole T'Challa? You know what I'm saying? Just give us T'Challa. It's a reboot. This now would be the perfect time to do that. Even though I believe that they just want to do this damn Toussaint shit. I don't know why, but it would make more sense to just go ahead and recast. It ain't even a recast because it's a reboot. So it ain't a recast. We just putting T'Challa back into the universe with a new actor. It ain't really a recast.
Blue. Right. Nate Moore said it. Bo DeMaio said it. They tell their writers, don't read the comic books.
No, I get that. But this ain't even a comic book decision. This is business. This is just a business decision now because we're doing a soft reboot. I need an actor for T'Challa. Fatal J, you want to be T'Challa? Come on in. That's what it should be.
Well, with this Fantastic Four movie, is there a Black Panther in that universe?
Hold on. There can't be because their excuse is nobody else can play Nobody else can play T'Challa. That was their justification. So they can't. So if they recast, they're going, oh yeah, you know when we said nobody. Remember when we said Chadwick Boseman? Yeah, but if they do that, they're gonna go. Yeah, we lied when we said Chadwick Boseman epitomized Black Panther. Yeah, we lied when we said that.
To answer the question you just asked, the question you asked about is Fantastic Four going to have a universe with Black Panther in it? So that I got to answer, and the answer is no. I was told that on Darius Planet Fanatics yesterday. He was streaming, and Darius said that he knows, and he's a big leak guy. There's no scoop of Black Panther appearing in that universe. Of course, there could be post-credit scenes. Who was the guy they were covering? We don't know that. But according to the people who leaked it, he's not in the movie. We got to rule that out. Sorry. Grown up.
I don't believe he's in the Fantastic Four movie. I agree with that. I don't think it. But
maybe not
that universe.
Maybe not that movie, but like in that universe.
In the universe,
unless it gets destroyed by Galactus.
Yeah, that's what I'm predicting. I think it is going to get destroyed, and then the Fantastic Four are going to get teleported to the main MCU.
To the main.
Wait,
unless was building that thing in the trailer. Well, he did chalk.
Hey, this isn't Fantastic Four talk, Jace. I want to hear you answer about growing up. Fantastic Four. Why are we giving them publicity?
I got an answer for that.
What?
Put the question. You said, "Why is a grown up to?" I said, Only reason it's acceptable to me is because of the multiverse. If the multiverse didn't exist, then it could. But the multiverse changes everything. It changes everything. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. need to be playing Doom, but he is. So in the multiverse, there's all different kind of things. The Doom playing by Iron Man by Robert Downey Jr. is something from a What If comic book. I tried to find a What If comic book, you can't find it. So Tucson playing him in a multiversal universe is acceptable. Whether or not we like it or not is a horse of a different color, but it's acceptable if we solely depend on the multiverse, which it seems that's the direction that they're going in. Without the multiverse, he should be recast. But with the multiverse, that is in fact a different version of T'Challa, whether we like it or not.
I just had a crazy thought. What if that young T'Challa is actually T'Challa from the past?
You mean this character?
Time travel.
This is my son, Tucson.
No.
Yeah, what if he's from the past? Like, time travel.
He just asked a question, and my answer to that question is I would reject it, and I would say this doesn't count as a recast, and I'm still not going to see the movie.
He's saying if the T'Challa that they get is a T'Challa from the past, not Tucson, but actually T'Challa, just a young T'Challa.
He's reborn, essentially.
Bro, you know they not gonna do that. Stop. I mean, because to me it sounds too dope. No, when it sounds too dope, they're not gonna do it.
Well, if it sounds good, they're not doing it. They're not
gonna do it. They're not gonna
Then in the comic book, one of the storylines that Bast brought him back.
See, that would be the most logical thing to do is have her bring him back.
But he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead, but he was bad.
I'm saying, like, she should be able to have connection with the ancestral plane.
She should have that power, but
and then be able, like,
look,
is he the Avatar kind of like how Moon Knight is?
Whatever Nakia gave him, it supersedes that Avatar Bast God.
That sex stuff, man.
Danny, like, shut up, Blue. Why you even talking that bullshit?
I like this. So Chadwick T'Challa is the only one in the multiverse, but RDJ and Chris Evans can play different characters with the same face as another character. Funny, yeah. Rhea, question 33 is why is a grown-up Toussaint an acceptable substitute for T'Challa, or why is he an unacceptable substitute for T'Challa? How you want to take it?
I'll say it's acceptable because I don't want to have like a die on this hill type of approach to I only want 616 T'Challa to be just recast with another actor and let's not acknowledge him being dead. That's kind of like the hill that like I wish I could just just stand on business and not say I'm willing to fold on it, but I want this character just to be seen. I just want him to be like represented and whatever form T'Challa or Toussaint takes that mantle as Black Panther. I just want to see the character again on screen, honestly. And I think for other folks who aren't as boots on the ground as a lot of us are for it, I think just having the character be accessible for them is more important. Like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, I guess.
You think you're in the many?
Star Trek, buddy.
No, I'm in the needs of the few, but I'm saying that for the greater good, just to see Black Panther again on screen.
Rhea's a smart woman. I like that comment.
Well, I'd still disagree, but I like her also, so I'm not going to disagree too aggressively.
I'll disagree.
Go ahead.
Wow.
The key word in that question is substitute. Okay. I don't want to substitute T'Challa any more than I want to substitute Silver Surfer. Okay, it's that simple. I don't want. Oh, look, there's a female Silver Surfer in the upcoming Fantastic Four. Well, at least you get Silver Surfer. I don't give a shit. I don't want to substitute.
And Silver Surfer is your favorite character. That's why you chose that character.
Right. That's why. Well, no, I also picked it because it's established that there's going to be a female Silver Surfer in the upcoming movie. I don't want to substitute. It's the same thing with the other Fantastic Four. I didn't want that substitute Galactus. I wanted the actual Galactus.
Sometimes the substitutions are better. In Daredevil, Michael Clark Duncan is just as good as any other actor. In
that was more so a race swap than it was a substitute.
Yeah, but it's a substitution.
No, it wasn't a substitution. He was still Richard Fisk. Okay,
William
it wasn't his son. Michael Clark Duncan. He played Richard Fisk.
Isn't it Wilson Fisk?
Wilson Fisk. Sorry, Wilson Fisk. Toussaint is not playing T'Challa. Toussaint is playing Toussaint.
So did Lex Luthor's son play Lex Luthor in the BVS?
Still playing Lex Luthor.
No. I thought it was his son.
The actor is not important. It's the character.
Okay? That wasn't Lex Luthor. That was his son, correct?
Well, listen, Danny, if you give me an example that's true, I'll just tell you they effed up there also. If you actually have another key example where they got the wrong or an alternate or a substitute, I have to ask you, and I have to ask Rhea, why can someone else just fulfill the T'Challa the needs? His name is something else, his Toussaint, and then he changes his name to T'Challa because he's in Wakanda, not Haiti, and then he goes, like what makes him T'Challa enough for you? Let's go to Rhea.
It's not that having a substitute or his son be T'Challa, as we've seen him in Black Panther 1. It's about Black Panther itself as this basically this figure, this idea that a bunch of different people throughout hundreds of years and thousands of years have taken the mantle to and perpetuated that idea of the excellence and the just like the presence and inspirational of this idea of Black Panther. So I'm saying that yes, T'Challa definitely executed the idea and took the mantle and ran with it to the best of his ability as far as our perception of who or how we were introduced to Black Panther. But because I feel like Black Panther is more of an idea rather than tied to just a singular person who took the mantle at one point, then yeah, I want the idea to carry on, basically.
I think I know what you mean, but I also think that the character is too important, and there are other franchises in the superhero world or kind of other fictions where it gets passed on generation to generation. But there's a reason why Nickelodeon is redoing Avatar with Aang, because he's the prime one. What you want to say, Blue?
Oh no, I'll wait for you to finish. Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
All right, don't lose the train of thought. I'm saying I think the mantle and it gets passed on. We understand it, but same with Iron Fist. There's always going to be a new person who holds that power, but they're propagating Danny Rand all the time. And same thing with Ghost Rider. We're gonna get Johnny Blaze same thing with Green Lantern. We're gonna keep getting Hal Jordan over and over again, or what are some of the other mantles?
John Stewart,
What are some other mantle superheroes that through in the fiction? Yes, throughout time they keep going.
Peter Parker, Bruce Banner.
I wouldn't call Peter Parker one of those mantles where every generation has a new one that takes over, but they are those that exist, and the main character of the franchise being propagated, getting the movie treatment, getting the cereal boxes and the whole run all the time. That's important in the fictional universe that is comic books. Time doesn't pass. These characters don't age. Batman.
We just saw in Superman and Lois, he got killed. He died. His son's carrying the mantle. So that happens from time to time.
Well,
they happen a lot.
They only killed their franchise because James Gunn.
Yeah, but he's not Clark.
Reboot after reboot, whether it's Superman Lois, whether it's Smallville, whether it's a cartoon, whether it's Justice League, we know that Superman is Clark Kent, and that kind of gets promoted and pushed. And so I want the same thing to happen for the melanated people. Black Panther is the T'Challa franchise, and we got to educate our audiences over and over again who this guy is. We'll get different takes of him. Remember when it depends on the director for Batman, you'll get a different take. You'll get a happier one. You'll get the Adam West bang. You'll get these different versions of it. And I want the same thing to happen for the Black Panther franchise. Even though, yes, within the universe, go ahead, Fidelja.
You cooking, and please, I didn't want you to stop, but you got to look at the history of movies. And let's start off with Blade, the Blade franchise. What happened at the end of his franchise? What happened in the third movie, the third Blade movie?
They made it look like he got killed. They tried to make it like he got killed.
What did they try to do with the Ryan Reynolds character in Blade?
Promote
it was They tried to pass the torch off.
Pass the torch to him.
They tried to make him the new Blade. Look at what they're doing with Cap now. He was Falcon. Now he had to earn his right to be Captain America. Look at where we're going with this situation right here. Now they're passing the torch again to instead of T'Challa, it's going to Tucson. You know, I already got a theory in my head what they're gonna do with Black Panther 3. Now, I'm recast forever, but I feel like what they're gonna do with this Black Panther 3 with Tucson, he's going to be trained by Shuri, and he's going to be trained by his mother. He's going to be neglected by the Wakandians.
He's gonna be trashed.
Yeah, but he gonna be disrespected. Everybody gonna say you're not the king. You're not the king. He gonna have to earn his right. By the end of the movie, he's gonna earn his right to be
Sounds like
king.
Ryan Coogler to me.
I'm just telling you how I just
No,
just
but that's
go,
what
just,
you told me though. How you began your example wasn't like making sense to me. The Eric Brooks Blade thing was something that we saw for 3 movies, and thanks to that, we're gonna get a new version of Blade. Some other actor will play him. So that's what I'm talking about. Same thing with T'Challa. That character should be able to have what Blade was able to do for 3 movies. We should be able to have that same character over and over again. Now we hot potato the mantle. It went from him. It goes to his sister. Now it goes to his bastard son. If we like keep telling the audience that the main character of Black Panther is somebody else over and over again, we're diluting the franchise and we're not affording them this Black Panther franchise what some of our popular famous white franchises always have, which is the same character in the lead, and how we get to a place where everyone knows Bruce Wayne is Batman or
you're
Peter
exactly
Parker
right,
or Hulk.
But you're exactly right. But they've already diluted. Look what we got in X-Men 97. Look at what we got with this brand new Captain America movie. I mean, not Captain America movie.
But the
Captain America,
the Brave New World Captain America thing.
No, the Captain. I meant to say the video game. Look what we got with this Wakanda animation coming out.
You're right. They're diluting it, but I oppose it. I've made videos about talking about how it's not the problem.
Yeah,
everything Black Panther is not T'Challa, is what I mean.
It's right, what they're trying to teach the audience.
Right. That's to detriment of the Black Panther franchise. Right. That's to the detriment. That's not to the betterment of it.
You're exactly right. So this is my thought.
So then why are you making that case if we're exactly right?
No, I'm not opposing. I never did oppose.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I'm talking from the mind of MCU writers.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't care about them.
But this is what, hold on, real quick, if I lose my train of thought. Okay. With them doing all of this, Killmonger, with them doing this, where they're trying to give you all these mantles without it being T'Challa, which we know T'Challa is the character. Are they purposely doing this? Yeah. Or so you feel like they purposely want people to forget about T'Challa?
Well, they're trying to condition the audience that mantles is mantles makes the superhero.
Yeah.
Right. That's what they're trying to condition the audience. Taking Falcon, turning into Captain America. Oh, it's just a mantle. Anybody could be Captain America. Not knowing that the only reason why we have Captain America is because Steve Rogers was a good man. That's the only reason why we got it. Ain't no anybody could just be Captain America because look at what we did.
They'll see how
if that was the case, then U.S. Agent would have been a dope ass Captain America, but he wasn't because he's not Steve Rogers. That's the whole thing about Captain America. T'Challa being Black Panther is because T'Challa has to go through all these things, the hero's journey, so to speak, his whole upbringing, him not having his tutelage, the parents and things of that nature. All of those things come to make who T'Challa is. You can't just pass that to Tucson. Like LeBron can't just pass what he went through in the NBA to damn LeBron James Jr. It just don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? That's my son is not me.
But when you go back and look at Marvel, every time it has to do with a black character, they're either accepting the mantle from somebody else or they passing.
No, they're not. They're not.
Well,
all black characters accept the mantle, but Falcon. We don't have all the black.
Sure,
you about to have the robot girl, the Iron Man girl. What's her name?
She's her own character. I hate to say it, she's still her own character.
Yeah, she's.
I know, but she ain't. She's not masquerade as Iron Man. That's all I'm saying. She's not Iron Man.
Yeah, you're right.
You're talking, Fatal J. What I'm saying is, you're talking about the MCU, who said anybody who has Thor's hammer gets to be Thor. Jane Foster was Thor simply because she got to hold the hammer. So this is the
you're going far away. I don't think that example matters.
It does because you're saying that anybody, it's the mantle, not the person.
Oh,
and the MCU were going, whoever holds the hammer, that's Thor.
And Jaded, isn't this the roughest stretch of Marvel movies with this mantle? Who gets to be? There's two Hawkeyes.
I think it said it has the power of Thor. They're not Thor. They have the power of Thor.
Daddy hit the spot. Pause. You know, Jaded, you know dang well when you see that hammer, you thinking of nobody else but Thor.
Right.
You know dang well.
What did the MCU do? They gave it to Jane Foster and go, look, this is your Thor.
But y'all talk about, but it's a double-edged sword because a lot of times when I've heard plenty of content creators, YouTubers say it's not comic book accurate. Well, guess what? Jane Foster getting Thor's power is comic book accurate.
Danny, I will complain about comic books.
Becoming the Black
on
Panther
my channel, I complain about comic books when they do it, so I'll be just as mad when the movies adapt the mantle stuff.
Right. Mantles is a brand new thing. Well, I don't want to say brand new, but it's maybe about 15, 20 years. I'll say about 15. Ever since the all Marvel in the comic book started happening, that's when they wanted to focus on mantles. That's when it became a thing. They turned Miss Marvel into Captain Marvel. They turned Falcon into Captain America. Even with Miles Morales being Spider-Man, they wanted to do all these mantle swaps because they wanted representation. And the only way to get the representation out was to use characters that was already the popular or had some type of backstory to try to make these new characters popular. That's it. That's the only reason why they want these mantles to work.
Yeah, and I don't care so much about the why they do it, but they're definitely trying to push it, and they think that Toussaint will be accepted so far. Like maybe when Falcon doesn't work, they go, "Oh, people don't like mantles. What the hell? Let's just freaking use T'Challa. We have the rights to this character. It's not like another studio has the rights to this character, like Sony or Universal with Hulk. We can do T'Challa." And I think that maybe Falcon failing helps that. Maybe. I don't. So just to bring it back to what Rhea started when she opened her mouth, Toussaint being the substitute for T'Challa, I know there could be good benefits from it. You know, they'll get some great actor. They'll have Denzel in the movie. They know he can execute T'Challa storylines, and I understand positivity can come from it. But if we're elevating a character, thanks for coming, Jada Fanboy.
Bye, guys. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for tolerating me.
We just having a friendly debate, man. Glad you was here, man.
No problem. Oh, by the way, you're still wrong about Jack Kirby.
You can kick yourself out. I'm not going to even lift a finger. So if you're elevating Toussaint and making him more popular, even though they're going to call him T'Challa, we all know that that's not the same character, and we would be wasting resources to have a competitor, a Black Panther alternate, who a lot of people are going to start liking this new character. He'll be in more movies than actual T'Challa is. And then some people are going to start thinking that, well, T'Challa's not supposed to be here actually because he's too old. Technically, you know, Azuri's the World War II Panther. Then there's T'Chaka, Niobe, or what's his name? Sian. And then there's T'Challa. And then now that it's year 2040, T'Challa's the 2020s Panther. It's supposed to be Toussaint. He's the new one, you know, that's part of the lore. And we'll just kill T'Challa each and every time we tell the story of Black Panther. I feel like it's a rotten precedent that we're starting to say that this present period of Black Panther requires for T'Challa to be dead when we don't do that. Like in X-Men 97, they were lying to ourselves and telling us, well, T'Chaka's supposed to be the Black Panther during that time. Think about it. It's the 90s. Well, then why is Spider-Man even alive if it's the 90s and T'Challa isn't the Black Panther? We should pause them in their tracks before they start telling us Toussaint, and they throw all of the hard work, the 200 and something comics of Black Panther, the TV shows, and everything that Chadwick Boseman was able to do to elevate this character up. We should stop them as hard as possible, as much as we can, from moving on and making the mantle pass to Toussaint and making him the primary one, kind of like, I don't know, Blue Beetle. We know that it's Jaime Reyes instead of, what's his name? Ted Kord. He's the one of the past. We shouldn't want to do that and throw away our T'Challa.
Well, you got the Phantom. Somebody mentioned the Phantom earlier in the stream. He passes the mantle all the time, but everybody know him as Kit Walker.
Exactly.
That's the definitive Phantom. Exactly. So I just don't understand why Marvel want to move away from T'Challa. I just don't understand it. I really don't.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It passed from father to son, of Phantom, and all of them name are Kit. So this is something similar to what they're doing. I'm not saying you gotta like it, and I'm not saying I totally disagree with what you're saying, Killmonger. I'm just saying that the normies don't have the passion or the understanding that you have for that particular character. And if I'm sitting here being totally honest, if the movie is dope, I'm going to use Phil's word. If the movie is dope with Tucson, I'm going to support it. If it's a Ryan Coogler movie, you may not like his style, but I'm going to support it because there ain't many people that look like him doing what he does. So I'm going to support that.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people. Okay, well, I'm in the trap then. I'm in the trap.
It is.
A lot of people didn't think that it was a failure. I don't think $860 million is a failure. Not in my book. Not by my math.
No, it's not a failure. It's not a failure.
So I mean,
the reason it's a failure is because the movie costed so much to make and so much to advertise that 800 million wasn't enough.
So you didn't think they made their money back?
I read the Deadline article. So either Deadline is lying to me or they made their money back. They didn't make their money back. One of the two things happened. I'm being lied to by Deadline or they didn't make their money back.
I mean, it's possible because it could be possible because 800 million for BVS for DC side, that was a loss for them because they was thinking that movie was going to do $1 billion. So
I think it's right, and I think that's the thing. It's all about how they looked at it. We can say it's not a failure because it made 800-something million against whatever their budget was. But what all did they put into that movie that we don't know about? What loans did they take out? What did they pay said actors or said promotion? You know what I'm saying? 800 is nothing to laugh about. I'm with you.
A lot of those movies get rebates and they get all kind of tax breaks depending on where they're shooting at. We gotta have all the numbers. Some of them,
I agree.
Yeah. Some of these arguments is just like Rotten Tomatoes. If Rotten Tomatoes supports your argument, you're hitting it all day long. Look at it. Rotten Tomatoes said made 90. This 90%. I'm not saying you. I'm saying some.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
if Rotten Tomatoes is good and it supports their argument, they all for it. Rotten Tomatoes is 90%. If it's bad,
I go look at the numbers. I need facts. I need facts. Then I go
say that's how people use stuff.
Chill. I want to ask you this question.
I want to clap back at Danny though. I want to tell him about the clearance rack for all the Black Panther Wakanda Forever toys.
You can get that. This just a real quick question. Let's just say Black Panther 3, they give you everything that you want except the recast. But when they do Toussaint, it's Aldis Hodge. Will you or will you not go see Black Panther 3?
I will not because the recast is everything I want. I'm really not picky about anything else.
I'll be there first night.
And I like Aldis, man. But damn, I probably won't be there for that.
Ooh.
So Blue, you won't support it either?
No, I probably won't be there for that.
Wow.
Because I think
and that's why we not get more black movies.
That's not why. The reason why is because they set this up. Right. They created this concoction. We got to be looking at who stacked the deck in order for these conversations to happen. Where me and Blue are saying, "Damn, we're not going to support a black movie."
Yeah, look at what they did. Danny, the thing is because once I start supporting that, they're going to be able to play in my face anytime they want, and that's the only reason why I don't want to support that.
That's a good point, though.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to just be whenever they want to pull the rug from under me because they don't do it to anybody else. That's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? I want to support Ryan. I want to support Aldis and
we're all going to support in April. We're going to watch Sinners and we're going to do panels about it. You're all invited. We want to support these guys.
I'm going there.
Look how they dogged out my boy. But Danny, look how they. You just got to think about these things. Look how they dogged out our boy Nick Fury, one of the coldest characters in the MCU, and he's sitting up there tongue kissing aliens.
Secret Invasion was good until the last episode. The last episode,
no, it was not.
Okay,
no, it was not.
All right, well, I heard Secret Invasion. We're done here. Jace,
say what? No, hold on. We can't end on that.
We can talk off stream, but I don't take my audience's time for granted. It's been 3.5 hours. That was 33 burning Black Panther questions. We started with the Aldis Hodge stuff, and then we got into Toussaint. Inevitably, we would always come to Toussaint. Jace the Don, subscribe. The Road to Wisdom, subscribe to Danny. Bluminati Blues House is where you can subscribe to him. The CJH Entertainment Plus. Say something so we know you're live.
I am on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere.
Proof of life. Proof of life.
Yes, yes. Fatal J.
I just want to leave on this note. This was dope to you, Danny.
I said the last episode ruined it for me.
This should have ruined it for you in the first episode. Two men don't do that when they greet each other.
Let's. But I mean, that's how the scrolls make. But
yeah, but he could have been a scroll though.
But
we should have been a scroll skin.
We'll talk, Danny, because I want to know what you saw that I didn't see.
On the Fatal J show.
Nah, that was your chance. Too late. You don't get to promote
tomorrow
yourself.
night, Dark Council, the best live stream known to man. Be there at 8:30 Central Time. Rayo, we want you to be there too. Peace.
Glimmering Harpy, she got a YouTube channel. The Glimmer Cast, is that your YouTube channel you want to promote?
I have a dead husk of a channel. Please check it out at Glimmering Harpy. But yeah, I'm like, I'm a clown on Twitter, X. Yeah, follow me there for some locale moments.
Yep. Everyone liked the stream. Thank you all for being here, whether you joined me for a minute or for all 3 hours. What are you doing? Huh? We're out.